That was instant. On there. That came through instant.
Give us a talk, Emma. Let's see. That sound seems to be coming through here. This side.
Testing.
Yeah.
Testing.
Are you live?
I don't know whether I'm in it. You'll have to check what that's like on the YouTube. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Testing.
Well, there you go. Looks like I don't think I'll click any of the starting stuff. Nobody's here anyway. Thank you very much, Mike. I won't I won't click any intros or songs or anything like that, I don't think. I won't risk it. It froze up last time, so I'll give the PC a good clean. It's not been doing any of this stuff for quite a while.
It might be. I don't know.
Final stream of the year. I thought we'd come back. We haven't been away, as to say, to do anything. We're still on the level. We're still doing what we do. I've been doing a little bit of research, and we've been watching the let's say the final experiment intensely. I think it's been amazing, and hopefully we should realise that the Earth's not flat. After this, everybody should be happy in the knowledge that they've got rid of the flat Earth. I mean, we have been saying for quite a while the Earth's not flat. Everyone knows 'tis globe. And now we can just get on to the conversation about what's going on. What's going on? Always. So, welcome everyone to the stream. This is On The Level Discord. We will be branching out onto X, Spaces, Twitter. Yeah, Mike. This is I've all been saying, right? Final experiment. I'll give my views now, right? Anybody else wants to come in and talk about it? It is a final experiment, right? Because it's a social experiment. One of the biggest false dichotomy plays I think they've ever really done. Now, will it work? Don't know. But the social experiment was just to get the flat earthers to say a certain thing wouldn't happen on their model, and then go and take them to go and see it. That's it. Game over. Done and dusted. It's done exactly what they wanted it to do. And the flat earthers that went there have said, yeah, you know, that wouldn't work on my model. And you can see what's happened to everyone. It's turned into a nightmare for quite a lot of people, I think. Hopefully we might be able to find out what flat earth is. If anybody wants to come and play the word games with us, but what we're going to be pointing out here is, like, we've developed a philosophy around this arena. Zeptepi's getting interested. Straight in there. Nobody got the flat earthers to say there's no 24-hour sunbev. They did it all on their own. Yeah, exactly. They said that, and Will Duffy just took them to go and see it. That was the social experiment. Now, what happens after the end of this social experiment, I don't think anybody knows.
Can I just say that before they went, I did say it wouldn't change anything in the arena. I was a little bit wrong. I didn't realise it would cause so much fighting.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to have lost their minds over this in one way or another. And yeah, it's quite interesting to watch it for about 5 minutes, and then it's boring.
Oh, no, I think it's way more interesting than that. You've not seen the end of whatever's happening here, because we've been saying for quite a while, there's two different sides here. This is a false dichotomy. Now, you can either join in the conversation about the false dichotomy, or you can be within the false dichotomy. You know, just feeling really upset at anybody that doesn't want to join your false dichotomy games. But we've always been sat at this outside, looking at it, watching a false dichotomy. That's all we've been doing. This one, I don't know what the dogmatic globe guys are going to do, because they've got rid of flat Earth. What does the dogmatic globe do now that there's no flat Earth? That's going to be the most interesting part of it. I don't think Will Duffy's sussed that out yet. That the dogmatic globe guys, even the guys over at McToon's server, they've not dispelled their flat Earth, have they?
No, but they're still going to want to argue about it. It doesn't matter what happens, right? The Glovers will still want to argue with people who don't go along with their dogmatic globe. And there will always be the flat earthers that say, well, no, it doesn't matter what you say, it's flat. I don't think that's ever going to change, no matter what they do.
So Debbie saying we made it sound like they were set up. They set themselves up. They were the ones that said it. I mean, we've got conversations that we haven't put out. Now, we had a conversation with Jaren. It was Jaren and Dave Weiss. And it was at the time when Nathan Oakley started to do the division thing. He was starting to point fingers and put a separation in between all of those people. And we said to them, what are you going to do about that? And they weren't bothered. So this division that's been set into the flat Earth community, he's going to continue. And in that same conversation with Jaren, Jaren bent the straight line because we tried to tell him about the problem that they have with the east-west circle, the sun circles. They didn't listen. Nathan Oakley's the same. Nathan Oakley hasn't even dropped into the problem that he's got yet. But I mean, I think most of the flat earthers can just ignore what's going on in their own little bubble. They're doing quite well out of it. Views and whatnot. Mobius. Okay. This is the first time we've been streaming for quite a bit, Mobius. We've been watching the drama or the plays that have been played within this. I said this would be big. You know, when I did talk to Will Duffy, I said this is, you know, it's a big brave play. And here we are. Sun circles in the sky, who'd have thought it? Falsifying. Well, I mean, Jaren says it falsifies his model. So, what does everybody else think? I mean, I think it's been hard for the flat Earth people. A lot of them have been challenged. I heard Sleeping Warrior say that, you know, he'd have to rethink everything. Jaren's having to rethink stuff that he's been telling people.
What do you think about the the people who are saying it was all faked, Bev?
I don't know whether they're paid to do that or not, or do they? They could be hyper skeptical, right? This arena doesn't.
Yeah, but why aren't they hyper?
build
Yeah, but
trust,
why?
does it? Like, there's
No,
not
but then
much
why aren't?
trust.
Yeah, but then why aren't they hyper skeptical of people like Nathan Oakley spouting stuff and them swallowing it and going, "Oh yeah, we'll follow this." That it seems to me that flat earthers are people who were looking for answers, looking for truth. You know, they didn't like what was out there already. It's, you know, whatever, we're lied to. And then they came to flat earth and then they started listening to these figureheads and just taking it on board with no, it's like they just reverted back to what they were, right? Which is a sheep following what the group says. Again, I just don't see how they don't even see any of that.
Well, I don't know who's following Nathan Oakley. I mean,
Well,
the numbers. I mean, like, we saw McToon yesterday with the amount of channels that he's got that he didn't want people to see. Right now,
he's got loads of accounts.
well, that could
on
be
YouTube.
that could be the people that are doing Nathan Oakley's modding. Could be those voices, couldn't it? I mean, how do you don't know. You don't know who those people are, but there are people that have been sowing division within this community
absolutely.
for quite
Absolutely.
a long time.
Well, we've seen it. We've seen people pretend to be one side or the other, right? Whether it was pretending to be a glober or pretending to be a flat earther. There are people out there that do that stuff. Change their names. They've got multiple accounts, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That does exist.
And I think you're just seeing the results of all of that stuff now, backwards and forwards. But, I mean, it's still going to go round and round, right? Will Duffy's spent a lot of money to make his documentary that sort of everybody's going to be pointing at Jaren once again. You know, this is the guy, he was in this film and he did this and he's falsified the flat earth. So flat earth is obviously not true, right? It can't be, can it? Like, the media's gonna be that. Done.
Did Will Duffy not get any like sponsors or sponsorship for it?
No, thingy.
Or did he? No, I know, but you know, before like for all the hype, surely there were people or companies out there that would have said, "Do you know what? We think this is a great idea. We want to sponsor it." Or did they just overlook that? Or did they just have we not heard that? I haven't really paid attention. But if he didn't do it, he missed out on a trick list.
Yeah, I don't. Well, Jaren's has been one of the people that's been living off this arena, right? His income, he's been supported solely by YouTube or content or, you know, whatever he does, and I don't know what he's going to be doing after that.
I agree with barely believable. The problem is that people are following people, not evidence. Maybe not. I wouldn't use the word evidence so much, but yeah, I agree with that.
Well, there's no evidence in this arena. It's just people talking. People talking about people talking, mainly. With nobody wanting to get into philosophical understanding. I don't know what they have been talking about. For weeks before the final experiment, I was asking the Globe guys, dogmatic Globe guys, what what their argument was to support the final experiment. Not one of them had an argument. Flat Earthers never had an argument in rebuttal because they didn't know what the argument was to start off with, and why would they bother? They were just going to go and see a light in the sky, so do a circle. And they did. And it was good. Yeah, now, Emma, the God Wars are beginning. This is a religious campaign. I don't know whether the Globe guys are aware of it. What about you? What about you guys, Septepi, and all of that? What do you think of that? What do you think of the new Church of the Globe that Will Duffy's ushering in?
Oh, with the help of McToon, though.
McToon, yeah, Christians, the new modern Christians.
Yeah, that sit on a live stream and tell one person, "Oh, don't be horrible to other people because they're a flat earther," and then when all the Glovers in his chat are just being awful about flat earthers, he says nothing. Apparently, that's the Church of the Globe way.
Yeah, he could go over a few videos, but I haven't really been bothered sorting out anything. Septepi, I think the argument is that everything in the sky does the same thing at the North Pole and the South Pole, only it's opposite, upside down and backwards. The same thing, except different, opposite, backwards,
Mumbo
upside
jumbo.
down. But other than that, the same thing. I don't think that was an argument. But I can believe that was the sort of argument that you'd have come up with, Septepi. I mean, you should have been over at McToon's. They didn't have a clue. Or that, or they just didn't want to tell us. They didn't know what Will Duffy's argument was to start off with, and they didn't have one of their own to deal with the argument. I mean, it is meant to be an experiment, so as all experiments, there should be an argument to support the experiment to start off with, not just go and see the sun circles in the sky. Yeah, I would say that's the argument. If you can take somebody who says that something doesn't happen on their model to go and see the thing that they say doesn't happen on their model, then they'll be forced into saying publicly that the thing that they said wouldn't happen on their model does happen in reality, so therefore falsifying their model. Jaren came through for them. That's it.
Oh, can I just say hello to everyone in the chat rather than typing? Because I'm doing something in the background. So hello everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
And Happy New Year in case I forget later.
Yeah, Happy New Year for everyone. Like, we are finishing off this year now. Most of this stuff hasn't been finished, what we're doing, but we are going to be coming back. We will be, I think, doing what we were meant to be doing when we first came here. It's just that we needed to go through a maturing process. Maybe us learning a few things, gaining a bit of rhetoric, getting a bit of an understanding of the ground that we're on and the field that we're going to be playing. We know most of the players, and we know that we don't actually belong within the false dichotomy, although everybody wants to tie us to one side or the other, and everybody out there in reality will want to do that too. But we don't belong within that arena. We've been observing and interacting within it. Barely believable. I wish we would have watched that, but we were prepping for this. Yeah.
That would be one of the only ones that I'd actually enjoy watching those two screaming at each other.
Yeah, there is a recording. I got a chance to talk to Witsit for the first time last week, I think. I went over to Earth Awakenings to go and see what the ground was like, and I don't know. We just don't belong in this arena. People are so uptight. They can't get over their afflictions. The model. I mean, I will have to tell people now, right? I am possibly one of the most model afflicted people, but my model is a logic. I can't break the law of non-contradiction internally. It stands very strong. So, I mean, if you want to come and have a conversation, be my guest. But most people within this arena, they get triggered by me because of this model I have. It conflicts with their model because their model allows contradictions. But that's where we're going to be going. We're going to be... most of the stuff you've seen from us is preparation, really. We've only just got started with what we were meant to be doing. All of the tests and everything, they still all stand. They're still going to be done. They're still in reality. Most of the logical statements and the arguments and all of that we've got, we can safely say now, right, since it's been falsified, the flat Earth, the Earth's not flat. Get over it. Everyone knows 'tis globe. Maybe you've got a misunderstanding of what globe is, but it's just reality, right? For everyone, they just see reality as globe. That's where we're at. You want to come and talk about it? Be my guest. Oh, look, Saragaki's back as well. What a time.
Can I just ask a question about the Witsit and Flatsoid video? Is it the one where they were in Earth Awakenings and it was streamed? I think it was live about,
a bit ago.
An hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I literally have just put it on, listened to 30 seconds in the middle of the video and gone, oh, yeah, they are proper shouting at each other. Also, nice to see you, Saragaki.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good to have you back. Good to hear you again.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to come around. I was gonna wish, of course, everybody a happy holidays and a good evening, and check up, see what's going on.
Yeah, we've got some good stuff.
Everyone's losing their mind, Saragaki. That's what's going on. Not us, though.
Yeah.
Saragaki's here.
Yes.
Yay.
Hey.
Hey. Happy New Year.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you. Happy New Year, and seeing as it is the final, in quotes, final experiment must be in the past now. So it's checkup time. I'm very curious about what's been happening lately.
Have you?
It's amazing.
You've missed it all, have you? Or
Absolutely everything, yes.
okay. Well, basically, a guy has come along called Will Duffy. He's a pastor, or he seems to have got a church somehow, and he's on a mission to wreck flat Earth. I think he's been triggered within his church setting. So he's decided that the best course of action is to take flat earthers to go and see the sun circles in the sky. Because they've said sun circles in the sky would falsify their model. It wouldn't happen on their model. So he spent, don't know, some say close to $500,000 taking Whitsitt, Jeren, Lisbeth, who's somebody I don't know, and a Hollywood cameraman, filmmaker, flat earther, to make a documentary in Antarctica. And they've shown Jeren and Whitsitt and Lisbeth the sun circles in the sky. And now, the flat earthers don't really know what to do. They're saying, some are saying it's fake, that it was in a recording set. Some are saying that they don't trust Jeren and Whitsitt, that maybe they didn't go to that place. I think Flatsoid said that. They didn't go to Antarctica, but they were took somewhere else with a sun circle in the sky. And some say it's in a big massive set. It's fake. Logan's Run says it's fake. Yeah, I mean, they don't really know what to make of it. It's causing a massive disturbance. A disturbance in the model affliction.
Okay, it's something that's been, brought to the forefront. It has to be hashed out now by people. Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
People have to work out how they've got the sun circling anti-clockwise in the sky, I think. How's it occurred? And some people aren't aren't willing to accept that the sun does circle in the sky, even though Whitsitt and Jeren have told them that it does, because they've already put themselves on a model, the AE, the azimuthal equidistant map, is what has been falsified. I think that's what Will Duffy's intentions was, to falsify the AE map, but possibly Dave Weiss's app as well, the Sun and Moon Clock app. He wants to falsify that circle because, circle envy, perhaps. But Jeren's seen the sun circles in the sky, and he's made a very public statement. I don't know whether did you not see it on the news? I mean, I don't know
on
how,
the news.
I don't know
No,
how big it is. Well, my missus showed me a thing on her phone from the British press, and it was like a recording of Jeren. Supposedly he was on a journey. He went to Antarctica to go and prove the flat Earth, but then saw the sun circles and had to falsify it. But that's what my missus came in and showed me.
well, yeah, I've missed all of this. This is interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Logan's Run says they were in a studio
yeah,
They've been
we're
bought
not.
or life's threatened. Wow.
We're not that important enough in this arena for anybody to hire out a studio big enough to do that, right? They went on a trip.
Jaren's
they
not
did
that
it.
bright. They should have been able to do
No,
it easier. Trick him.
I don't think Will Duffy is a big enough player for him to pull all this off as fake. He's got to be, a really sorted dude, right? This Will Duffy. I don't think he's that. Like, the flat Earth and the globe Earth argument isn't as big as everybody makes out it is. Unfortunately for everybody involved.
I have heard the studio, though. I mean, big, massive studio, not like just a little dome like you've got.
Okay, so
huge,
so where's that
mile?
then?
I don't know.
Yeah, where is that? Surely by now we'd know that there's a studio that big, capable of that kind of stuff, right? Anybody ever heard of it?
No, you just use it especially for taking flat earthers, wouldn't you? If you wanted to test it, that'd be the best way to do it. Take some flat earthers.
Maybe that's what happens at Area 51.
Yeah, maybe that's where they could have gone. Big, massive studio set to trick the flat earthers into thinking that the sun circles are in the sky. Yeah. Perhaps, I don't know. Don't know whether we can talk about the false dichotomy. You can either see the false dichotomy or you just ask questions about it. Flatzoid and Nathan started talking about it a bit ago. Nathan's been talking about it for quite a while, but I think it's been pointed out to him that he shouldn't really be talking about the false dichotomy because he's within it. So we'll stop talking about the false dichotomy. Let's just bask in the glory of the getting rid of the flat. Sun circles. I'll be all right. Eric DeBay's done.
Who's pushing Eric DeBay?
Yeah,
the guy who lives in a
Logan's
military
run.
compound in somewhere in bloody Thailand. Like, yeah, because he seems like a really genuine dude who does all the work himself. He doesn't go around hoovering up other people's work and making videos about it and not crediting anybody, right?
Logan runs pushing it, like he's an Eric DeBay fan, fake. I think there's been quite a few people in this arena for quite a while that have been sat there to, basically to make flat earthers look stupid. Not that they really need, because their entire narrative's based in a oxymoron. But there have been, and Logan's run's acting like in one of those people at the minute. And there's no need for him anymore, is there? Really? Have we not falsified it? It goes round in a circle, FPV. Circles in the sky. That's how we've done it. You need to watch it. I can't watch Eric DeBay. His voice is like I don't know, hypnotizing or whatever. It's like an entire psyop in itself. Any Eric DeBay video. But there are going to be flat earthers. This is one of the problems with taking on this moniker that flat earthers have. You have to sort of deal with all of the other flat earthers, and there's that many. Nobody knows who the genuine ones are and who they aren't, because flat earth is a nonsense in itself. Nobody knows what flat earth is. Nobody can define it. So I don't know. I don't know where everybody's going to go from here. But at least we've got rid of the flat Earth. Right? The Earth's not flat. Thank God for that, right? We can just deal with it. Confirms a globe. There you go, see? Does anybody know what the azimuthal equidistant map is? Before we falsify it for good. Like, what is it about that map that makes it equidistant upon the azimuth? Nobody knows, but it's been falsified anyway. What the globe dictates. But it's been settled, hasn't it? The false dichotomy.
Could you say non-developable?
No.
Just joke. Just kind of a dig.
Well, some people may take it as a, I don't know. Like, would you say that the observations are real globe observations of the sun circles in the sky?
Sun circles? I mean, I don't know. They saw sun circles, and they said all of them that went said sun circles, so yeah. They obviously saw it.
that would be a real globe observation, wouldn't it? Something for most people, they've never seen.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, you're watching the sun do something, and then placing yourself, I say, for lack of a better term, in a God view, that it gives you this outcome of something you can see from a God view. So, I mean, you're seeing sun circles, but making a assumption about something you can't know on the latter part of it. I mean, I guess, if you want to say globe, it's, it's always tis globe. Everything is.
So the observations that we've seen, for some, will just be observations. Other people may have already had a model beforehand, and these observations may falsify something. But if nobody had a model beforehand, then you were already on the globe, weren't you? And these are just sort of globe observations.
Sure. I mean, I don't know what you're meant to do with sun circles in the first place. I don't know.
Well, I remember coming into this arena for a bit ago, and the mantra at the beginning was that the lights in the sky don't prove the ground. I mean, how many memes are there of a guy with a telescope looking at look, son, it's a globe.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch the lights in the sky and then make a prediction of what the whole of everything is. I think, me personally, I think it's a pretty far stretch, but hey, you got Christians out there doing live streams and speaking down to people, doing a victory lap. I mean, that's what Jesus would do, is a victory lap.
And call people filth.
Yeah.
Filth,
don't forget
liar.
The filth part.
You're
the filth part. Yeah,
garbage. Jesus told me to call you a liar, you liar.
Is that a globe?
Trash.
Is that a globe in your telescope, or are you just looking at lights in the sky?
God, who knows, man? This arena it's something.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, of course
it's something.
Perfectly observe. Well, they're observations that perfectly match the globe model. Yeah, I mean, everybody, tis globe. Look at that. Light in the sky, circling. Tis globe. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, just like, all of the things in reality that you can point at. Hey, Godzilla as well. Is it Merry? No, it's Happy New Year, isn't it? Happy New Year, everyone.
Well, you should have just said Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because we didn't do anything over Christmas either. So you didn't wish anyone a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas then, yeah. Well, I hope you had a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And a Happy New Year. Oh, Rob's got a...
Yeah, if anybody's got anything they want to talk about that's happened recently or in the last year that they want to remind everybody about, now is the time. I'm talking about the chat.
Yeah.
Or if they want to come in, if they've got something that they want to bring up from earlier on in the year, feel free.
Well, I've just been kicked in the head by the cat.
Yeah, hopefully, like next year, like we say, we're going to be starting. We do a lot of music here, obviously, Buster and all of that sort of stuff, and most of the stuff we do is a conversation. I know that I seem to trigger a lot of people within this arena, and I think that's because we can see the false dichotomy, and certain questions can't be asked of people within the arena. They get too upset. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be expanding that range into other areas, and hopefully we can sell a few globes to people, the real globe, obviously, show people the dogmatic globe and why the problems have been occurs between these two different warring groups, factions. I think it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets any better. We've now entered into a religious battle where the flat earthers have, been in control of the Bible and flat earth, and I think even Flatsoid did a Jesus was a flat earther thing, and so Will Duffy's just fighting for his religion, because thank you very much, Buster. Buster sent me a clip of well, it wasn't a clip, it was a God is great, is it? Was it? What was it called?
Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah, yeah, what's the whole
How
thing?
great is our God?
How great is our God? Wow.
Yeah. It's
that
pretty
God,
kind of
that
eye-opening.
God is great.
Yeah,
and I think
pretty
that's
amazing.
the God that Flatsoids threatened him with Flat Earth Jesus, because that God's great, and that's not the same one, is it? It's not the same one that gave you Flat Earth Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know about Flat Earth Jesus, but Jesus seems to be your
God seems doing, isn't he? So that's what I'm saying is this is this warring faction between globe and flat within the religion. That's what we've got to come. That's the bit that hasn't been fully explored yet. And we said it ages ago, didn't we, when with that whatever it was, Locke and whatever, Odell and Locke, where they were doing that great biblical cosmology thing. We went, now this is dangerous. This is where we're at now, right? They've done the final experiment, and Will Duffy is now empowered with getting rid of Flat Earth. But I just say it's because of the religion thing. Go on, sorry.
I just want to say I coined the phrase Duffy the Flat Earth Slayer.
Yeah.
I take full credit for that.
I'll put it in the chat.
It's not written down, Buster. You don't own it.
I know. No, it's free.
He's got it. Well, when he wakes the song.
It'll be no Rad's new name, that.
Where is it? Oh.
Oh, yeah. If you have that, you can have the words effeminate, degenerate in there as well.
Yeah.
It'll fit perfectly in that one.
We did have a little meme on the no red. I will give no red credit for that one.
There you go. Duffy, Flat Earth Slayer. Thank you very much. Our new meme maker.
That could be a perfect meme. I'm not sure though. I don't know how it works.
You just need him to take it. Like you want to see Will Duffy with it.
You haven't cropped it properly, no, Rad.
That sounds familiar. I don't know.
Could have changed.
That sounds
changed
familiar.
the skin tones. All it's all wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like I said, perfect meme. Thank you very much.
It was good.
He was trying to get in.
Can Rob not get in?
No, it doesn't have thingy rolls.
Try and get back in, Rob, if you're still out there. Can't get into the
It should be all good now.
thingy rolls. You should be able to come in. If anybody does want to come into the Discord, please let us know. Write something in the live chat, and we'll get you the role to come into the VC. We are going to be hopefully trying to integrate Twitter X into these streams that we're going to do. We'll start playing the videos onto Twitter as well to get the audience out a bit more. But mainly, what we're going to be offering is what we always have been offering, like a bit of a break from that arena, because it's going to go crazy if it's not already. In fact, I don't know how many people can actually go into those rooms and sit and listen to what's going on. And if it's right that Witsit and Flatsoid were shouting at each other, I mean, that's just more division, isn't it? Who needs to see that? Where's that getting anyone? Flatsoid isn't going to help anybody by doing that. Witsit will be on Joe Rogan soon, or Candice Owens. Constance, welcome. Yeah, this is well, I mean, most of you guys that are around here, you've been around here for quite a while, right? Most of my, let's say, the listeners that we have, people that are interested into this, because we've been sat on the sidelines, let's say, for quite a while. Yeah, you're right. Division, that's the whole point. I mean, all along, when we said, we've got a proof, the moment we didn't go along with the ridiculous narrative, that's when the division occurred. I think it's always been about division. So, knowing what I know and watching the arena, it's all controlled. Probably the flat earth side of it as well, but scripted by, I don't know, like, is there a chance that people could put narcissists into positions where they just get fed their narcissism just to keep them in that position, to keep them doing what they're doing? Possibly.
Highly possible.
Within an arena where there's a false dichotomy, right? So if anybody ever tries to come into that arena if you want to come into the arena and on the globe side, I would imagine there's some sort of a form you've got to fill in to be invited into the group, and you have to help each other. It's quite eye-opening. Did anybody watch McToon did a 9-hour stream last night? And in that, they were trying to get subscribers for Creaky. I don't know whether Creaky's lost his channel and he's getting a new channel or whatever. But he sat there while he was on live stream, working through his YouTube accounts. And there must have been 15, possibly 20 different YouTube accounts that McToon's got. So you want to know where the numbers are coming from? There's a lot of people that have multiple accounts in this arena. You never know who you're talking to. You never know whether you're actually talking to a flat earther or you're talking to McToon pretending to be a flat earther. Or any one of the other guys. Sun circles in the sky, Travis. That was the big thing. They all saw the sun circles.
Bev, I'm not sure whether you might need to leave and rejoin, because I don't know if it's the same for anyone else, but you're clipping for us in here.
The Discord.
You're not on YouTube, because I've just checked, but you are in here for me.
Be back in a minute.
Agents of the logos, defenders of the straight line.
There you go. Is that better?
Yeah, you seem a little bit clearer as well, to be fair.
Discord. Sun circles in the sky. Come on. Falsifies the Gerrans models. So you can't start saying it's not the sun circles in the sky. You start confusing people. I need to nip away for a bit. Can you guys talk? Have you got anything to talk about?
Oh, don't know.
I give you. Don't even know whether I can give you anything to talk about.
You could play one of the songs you made.
I suppose.
I think it'd be perfect time for one of the Church of the Religion.
Yeah. Okay.
You never knew you had.
Let me get this Sono up. I'll give you that. And where's me? There's a 3-minute church somewhere. Oh. Right. Okay. Church of the Religion.
Well, I can do the Church of the Religion you never knew you had. Welcome to the place unknown. Religion seeded when you were grown. Hidden lessons when alone. Truth is here now in this tone. Shadow plays on the wall. You never knew you learned it all. Secret speakers, echoes call. Feel the rise, don't fear the fall. The Church of the Religion you never knew you had. Beneath the questions never asked. so deep, planted truths while thoughts were free. In the darkness, secrets keep. Now you're part of this belief. From unknown roots, your faith is spread. Follows you wherever it's led. Watch the shadows lying dead. Find the path that you've been fed. The church of the religion you never knew you had. Beneath the questions never asked. Wise of faith and shadows cast. They taught you, now you're unmasked. From unknown roots, your faith has spread. Follows you wherever it's led. Watch the shadows lie in bed. Find the path that you've been fed. The church of the religion you never knew you had. Beneath the questions never asked. Rise of faith and shadows cast. They taught you, now you're unmasked.
Oh, there you go. Timed that well. Welcome back. That was Church of the Religion That You Never Knew You Had. Something that I think I found myself during this little journey. I guess you find your own religion at some point. You'll be honest enough to find it when you see it. Most of the stuff we talk about, I talk about because, you know, we've lived through them. These experiences, we have actually experienced these things that we're talking about. What else have we got? I was thinking as well earlier that we have had a couple of conversations recently about, you know, what is the coming to terms with the words that we use. And I personally don't think flat earthers can define flat earth. I've never met one flat earther that's been able to define what flat earth is. And that's it's got to be a bit upsetting for them. I don't know. Oh, how does a flat earther react when they don't know how to define what flat earth is?
Oh,
I don't know.
I know the answer to this one. They make a Discord called 24/7, and then they sit there and ban people who disagree with them, call them names, all of that stuff. Did I get it right?
Possibly. It will be interesting though to see whether they can, because I would submit that if you're into the religion thing, you really don't need to. Right? That's what you'll end up doing, is you just say, "Oh, I don't need to." Because it's just a belief. Right? It's just a faith. So you just have to have faith. You don't really have to explain it. It's just a matter of faith. I think that's what we're hearing now.
That's what I thought. When we had the Dean Odell and Greg Locke thing.
Yep.
That's what I saw. I saw two groups of people putting their faith in their models with their faith of religion. They were just linking the two things together, two faiths. Because surely, if it is empirical, then what's it doing argued within a faith-based thing? Like what?
Because faith in the Bible is defined as the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. I mean, how much more perfect could it fit?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's, you know, to us from the outside, right? you can see that these two warring factions are just within a religion. That they were already religious beliefs to start off with, and now they've just been incorporated into a greater religion. And now, now they've put in this division that's been going on into a religion thing. You've got Christians fighting with Christians over the shape of the thing that their creators meant to have made. It's mad. No, my creator made a walking ball. No, he made it flat. It's nonsense.
If you think about it, it's not much different than the major religions themselves, is it?
Well, yeah, but this is within like one particular group, is it? I don't know.
I know.
Unless they're going to try and bring that in. Come on,
they
Muslims, you come and join us.
Didn't they do that? Didn't they? Wasn't there a Muslim 24/7 or something like that going on Discord?
Yeah, but
I mean, there was.
like, is that going to work with the flat versus globe? Let's put a false dichotomy in the middle of that religion, put one in the middle of that religion. I mean, that's where this stuff ends, isn't it?
Yes. Why not? It benefits somebody, doesn't it? Must benefit someone.
Well, as far as the final experiment goes, then this is like if the final experiment is to put a divisive element into religion, perhaps the most divisive element, right? You've seen how people react to this sort of stuff.
Absolutely. Doesn't get much more divisive, really.
I don't think so. So the final experiment, Will Duffy, I don't...
Well done.
Well, yeah, what happens if it is the final experiment? What happens? I mean, this literally explodes everything, doesn't it? How can you bring a scientific thing into the religion? I don't know whether he actually realised or, has seen the consequences.
Ultimately, you'll get to what is the one true religion, and then along with it comes flatter globe, right?
Tis globe's the one religion, isn't it? It's the new modern.
Well, I would think now with the sun circles being proven.
Yeah. But where do you put it? Which religion favours the globe the most?
All of them. That's the beauty of it. All of them favor globe. All of them.
Yeah, that one that Buster showed me last night. Have you seen that?
I haven't. Nope.
You probably have. You just don't remember. It's a bit like it's probably, I don't know, 12, 14 years old.
Maybe.
Louis Giglio. Chris Tomlin.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You probably have seen it. It's been a while. As pretty old. I think it's like 2010 or something.
I'll put it in the live chat for you so everyone can go.
Tried to bring it up a few years ago, but it didn't really shed up much of a light because you didn't really have many of them claiming Christianity. I mean, it's weird because like Dave Weiss still thinks that most of these globers are atheists, and that's not the case. Well, in this arena, it's not really the case.
Yeah, put that in the live chat there. Anybody does want to see, because this is how important it is. Within this religion-based setting. This is what Will Duffy, I think, is sort of fighting for, because obviously Flat Earth threatens that. I think at least in the mind, right? If you believe that there are passages within the Bible that support one thing, or maybe you're getting asked questions. Maybe you're just a pastor that's being asked questions by people, and they're saying, I watched this guy on YouTube the other day, and he said that Jesus was a flat earther.
Sorry.
Is that right, Pastor Duffy?
Yep. That is great.
And if those questions became more and more, then you can see why Will Duffy spent a lot of money to take Jaren and that, on a trip to falsify their model, because your God's great. He's that great that he did all of that stuff out there, and it can't just be in the firmament, can it?
Good question. I don't know.
Because if you watch that video, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen any space people do that sort of stuff.
Right. It's pretty eye-opening, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
after seeing what we've seen for the last few months, it's pretty, I think it's super poignant.
Yeah, in fact, I don't think I've ever seen a science teacher
Do that well.
be that enthusiastic about those sort of things.
Oh, like his talk, his cadence, the whole layout. It was like, I mean, it's impressive.
It's like a
I
TED
can
talk,
remember.
wasn't it? It's like
Yeah, I can remember. The guy wrote a song about it. I mean, like, it was like, at the time, like, that was a DVD that got passed around. I remember it got
I
passed
don't think
around
I heard
everywhere.
the song. I think it missed the song because he said that at the beginning, that the song had gone all around the world. Like, so it must
Yeah, no,
have
if
he
that's-
must have been doing the tour off the back of the song.
Yeah, that song that he wrote, he didn't write it for that
Ooh.
talk, but the Louis Giglio guy did that performance, but that talk based off the song, and he performed. That song was huge back in the day. Like, it was, everybody played it everywhere in every church. It was huge.
'Tis Globe.
Tis Globe.
So yeah, that's a big deal. If it's that big to you, like, maybe you've put that in one of your sermons or something. Will Duffy's definitely, because he had McToon over there to do a sermon as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he let McToon have the pulpit a couple times, I think.
Yeah, Joe, and he got a chance to do a presentation, and we'll have to go over that presentation because probably even more so now.
I think he did, didn't he? He lied in that, but then he said he just misspoke. One of them, I think.
That was in the debate that they had on stage in a church. I mean, I'm not too sure. I said at the time, I'm not too sure this is a wise decision, putting a false dichotomy into a religious setting. It just seems like a recipe for disaster.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
But we will see the consequences.
Yeah, it's only been a couple weeks, so.
The
I'm
full
sure more
repercussions
fireworks.
haven't finished out yet, have they?
No, I'd say more fireworks are yet to come.
So what's everybody else been doing? Has everyone had a good Christmas? Been coping well enough with the goings on? I mean, what about the flat Earth guys that went there? Jaren, Whitsit, are they going to be able to survive? Are they going to last through all of this? What
I don't
about
know, maybe
Dave
they're-
Weiss? How well's he doing? I don't think anybody's that bothered, really, are they?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I was listening to it the other day. Dave Weiss is going to get together with his new group of flat earthers, mainly Twitter and other flat earth superstars, the new ones. And they're going to get together some flat earth proofs, I think. Constance didn't participate. Well, we don't do much of that sort of stuff either, Constance. Captain was talking about Janus. And I think I can remember Janus was the... it's a contradictory one, isn't it? It's the guy with two faces, one on the back of his head. I think I can remember a game that had Janus in it as well, but the big play at the minute I've noticed is the false dichotomy that that nobody can talk about. So if anybody does want to come and talk about it, you have to come into the Discord. We don't really want to be discussing those sort of things because it's a bit too much for people within the false dichotomy to hear. So in order for us to discuss it, you know, you're best off not doing it live and trying not to discuss it within text either, because that can often upset people. And obviously, because Flatsoid and Nathan Oakley have been using it for a bit, they don't really want to talk about it either. So you don't want to be pointing out to people like that that they've had a false dichotomy. They've used a false dichotomy as well, within argument's sakes. Might be upsetting to them if they were to find out that they've been using it wrong. We have, like we said, we have been doing some music, so hopefully we're going to be setting up a bit of a radio/podcast. If anybody does want to come and communicate on any of this sort of stuff, we're going to try and sort out a phone line as well. Emma's on that, or I don't know, we'll get some Skype thing sorted. Yeah. But the idea is to have more communication, and once we really start this sort of stuff, we're going to go back to basics. We're going to be doing the advanced simplicity, laying down the first principles of communication and seeing how well we can actually implement those into standard conversation. Obviously trying to encourage conversation with people without a load of people saying we're being disingenuous or liars or whatever. The proof will be in the pudding, so people can come and communicate however they want, but not saying that we need it or anything, because we are fine and we are okay with discussing these sorts of things. It's just a bit better because it's more freestyle, whereas I think if we do it not so freestyle, it needs to be It's not as natural. It will need to be scripted in some sort of a way, but that'll require planning. And if we have to do that, then fair enough. I mean, I know I have to do that anyway because I've got a few things that I want to put together, call up for my dissertation or whatever over the last few years. And hopefully we can get over to Twitter as well and bring some more people in for conversation. Discord seems to have dried up a bit. It's like YouTube's changed. What's the goal thing? Oh, 33 people watching. There you go. Yeah.
That's a goal for you to set.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna have to start doing this thing a little bit better. We do have the website as well. I have been working rather hard. I've done some pretty good stuff actually with the searches. So, Tis Globe, just Google it if you want. We've got Imaginometry, Googleable. I think we're doing too well on Advanced Simplicity yet, but we can see where we can get with that. I don't want to be talking all the time. Has anybody else got any topics of conversation?
Don't know.
I don't really want to be going over other people's videos or anything because it seems a bit cheesy for that sort of stuff to be going on. But
Well, it's a final. It's a final one of the year. You could do
You
it.
should take a vote. Yeah, take a vote. I would talk more, but I'm driving and working, all of that jazz. So you should take a vote. See if people want you to go over cheesy videos. I don't know.
No, nobody sent any cheesy videos or anything in. Does anybody know of any that would be a good video to go over with,
5 minutes of any part of the Flatoid versus Witzer.
of the recent one?
Yep.
Go on, give us a link and I'll
Hang on.
click a button. Was it on EA? It's on Rumble,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No, yeah, but it's on Flatoid's channel. He's clipped
flat
it.
side.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla's got some. Ready and waiting.
What a way to end the year if Gourds could come in for a chat. That's what I'd like. So Gourds, if you're listening, maybe you should just give it a consideration. Maybe just for today, break the rules and come in for a chat.
I clicked every wrong thing I could possibly click to mess getting that, copying that link and posting it. I don't know what happened there. That's what it felt like. It took me about 3 days to get that.
Okay.
Look at that big bloody close up of Flatoid. Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, we always want to look at people's noses, don't we?
I was going to say, you can have your thingy back. You're going to want to...
Okay, how long is he... Oh, I'll give that to you guys.
Look at that face, guys.
Just maybe scroll along until you see him in the Discord.
He looks like he looks more like a Fitzoid to me. I don't know.
Fatsoid.
This time. Come on, we've not got that. Come on.
Oh yes, time. Does time be
Visible? Yeah, I'm not at the soundboard, and
Come on,
I might, with my luck, it will take me 4 days to find it. So.
Right. So is he just joined? Okay. Flatsoid joins. I think he was already he knew, did he, that Witsit was going to be there? Was this like a staged?
I have absolutely no idea as to whether this was like a prearranged thing.
Let's listen to Flatsoid then.
Does
Do we
time
have to
be visible?
Yeah. Does time be visible?
Yo, Fluffs, what's up? Good to see you all. Thank you for coming.
Yo, Fluffs.
I'm glad you could
Who says
make it.
yo?
Yeah, I was called out by Witsit. So it's going to be interesting to see what is going to be discussed. I hope you guys can all hear me. Please type 1 in
Called
chat
out
if
what?
you
Because
are
you were talking
able to
shit
hear me.
about Witsit.
It's good to see you all.
Yeah, Jaren's been having a go at people that have been calling him out as well. So maybe Jaren and Witsit are time to fight back, right? Let's call Flatsoid out.
Please hit the likes, share the show. Really appreciate you all. Let's see if I can get onto the Witsit thing. Why is it not showing my...
Well, it still doesn't make clear
I can
whether
share
or
it
not
quickly.
this is prearranged
Window.
or
Well,
he
said
saw Witsit
he's
in
been
that.
called out. No, he does
Yeah,
say
but
that
he
he's
might
been
have-
called out.
Yeah, but he might have been called out and told, I want to talk to you. But was it like prearranged? Right, we're meeting in Earth Awakenings right now.
Yeah. 10 minutes, Earth Awakenings.
Yeah,
Right?
was it like that kind
Yeah,
of
could
thing?
be. Yeah. Or is it just like a QE call out? I wanna
Yeah, and
see
then
you
he
in
just
the
happened.
office.
Yeah, and then he just happened to see him in there, and was like, "Right, I'll go and talk to Witsit."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see. See how he introduces
Oh, there
himself.
we go.
I like this.
There we go. Let's go. Yeah, so it's good to see everybody. I'm going to put the sound on now, and then we're going to start this off. Good to see you guys. Please hit the likes, share the show. Okay.
Oh, hang on, Bev. Hang on before you.
Wait. Okay. Ooh, that was.
I have been watching some comments, and apparently this live chat was some not very nice things being posted, and it wasn't very well moderated. So I don't know whether you want to show the YouTube chat of Flatsoids.
No, they can't really see it. They can just see the names.
Okay, fine then.
Yeah, you can only see a little bit of the names. You're all right.
Yeah, you're either gonna get horrified by the chats or his nose hairs. So you pick one. So we chose nose hairs.
On the replay anyway. Hit the X on the chat replay. There you are.
Well, I want to see it.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone. Anyway.
Those people exist, and so like I would never, I would never like take advantage of that or do something at their expense of that.
That is something I've seen a lot. Is people in the comments on these videos are like, "There's no way! I can't believe Austin would do that. I can't believe he would trick me."
Come on, Flatsoid.
And they're like,
well, get in there. Get in, lad.
And hurt by it.
Yeah,
but
they felt like betrayed. Yeah, like I would have swore Witsit super genuine. I've watched him for years. He's super transparent. I've watched him on his tour. I've watched him get constantly attacked and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, you don't say, my guy.
Hey guys, I'm
right, guys. I think Flatsoid
Hey guys,
is
can you hear
ready.
me? Yeah. How's it going?
Are you good to go?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Let's be quiet.
It was
everybody go on
prearranged,
mute. Witsit and
for sure.
Flatsoid are gonna have the floor.
Yeah,
You want to switch to an event?
It's up to you guys. Yeah, if you want to go on the other.
Doesn't bother me.
Let's
Might
watch
be
the
easier to
moderation
model.
of this.
Yeah.
Surely people can just control themselves, right? Like I'll just say, like if you're gonna start interrupting, we're just gonna mute you.
Yeah, no if you interrupt, you're gonna get muted. So it's gonna be between Witsit and Flatzoid.
Sorry.
Okay, so I called you out in the chat, right? And so props to you for coming, and I'll just give my perspective real fast here. I haven't watched any of your streams. I'm making a point not to watch any of the streams that are slandering me, so that I don't get pissed off. And but people have told me that you're faking it, even or that you're claiming that we faked it. Even when I was in Antarctica, I was told you'll never guess what Flatzoid said. He claimed that Union Glacier's not even in Antarctica, and I heard that you're just
What?
doubling and tripling down. That you're doubling and tripling. I'm just telling you what I've heard, and then you can correct the record or whatever.
Okay.
That you're doubling and tripling down, claiming that I faked it, that we weren't actually there, that it was a studio, that none of it's adding up, blah blah blah. So obviously, what I want you to do is just kind of come here, and whatever accusations you made, like say it with your chest or clear the air. We'll correct the record if you're actually genuinely trying to figure out the truth. And yeah, there you go. If you want to go ahead and like give your position or address any of those accusations and or like just lay out what you think and what you've been saying.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you called this out. I haven't been slandering you. People can actually watch the streams where I actually said I think you've been duped into this thing.
I'm just going to pause it for a bit because I don't really take in Flatzoid stuff, but I didn't really hear what Witsit was saying there because it seemed
It was
pretty
very fast.
fast and muffled. Yeah,
He's heard some things, is the gist of it. Because
Yeah.
he said at the beginning, I haven't watched any of the videos. So he doesn't actually know firsthand. So he's got no clue. He's relying on people who have come to him and said, oh, Flatzoid's saying this about you. And we know how Chinese whispers works, right? It's never actually what the person said. I don't know. I've not watched Flatzoid's videos myself, so I can't comment. But be interesting to see how this goes.
yeah. Okay. So now
But-
Flatzoid's going to say what he has said.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So I've actually been sticking up for you. Although you have done very shady things that we've seen, like the vape thing, which I think I was listening earlier where you said it's just a cup of tea.
What? No. I said there's a stream with Owen Benjamin where you can see my breath the entire time. And the reason that you're able to see my breath more is because I'm drinking hot tea in that stream. And so it's warming up like my lungs and my mouth is wet and my throat is wet. And so you can see my breath the entire stream during the Owen Benjamin stream, which completely debunks the claim that you can't see our breath and I had to fake seeing my breath.
That's not actually, I wouldn't say that debunks anything, because when we watched that other stream of yours live where you actually, which is in contention, where you actually put off your screen and went into the shelter there and took your vape, as people are saying, because it does look like you took a vape. That's the only time that breath showed, and you were out of breath when you were doing it. It's like you were holding your lungs. We showed a video of the marathon runners there a day earlier, and their breath was showing the whole time, and they were also at Union Glacier. So why was it possible that their breath is always showing and your guys wasn't?
Okay, so that isn't true. We just now watched the marathon video. There's like an hour and a half long video. It actually just loops a lot. And you can see many different scenes where people are actually running or just ran and you don't really see their breath. There are times that you see their breath. There are times that you don't see their breath. Secondly, yes, I went inside and drank water. And like I've said many times, if you go into somewhere that it's warmer and you drink water.
I think the vape gate is a big thing, isn't it, at the minute? Like, do you think it's a distraction tactic, right?
I don't get it, because like they're on about the marathon runners, right? And
Yeah.
didn't Witsit in the group meet the marathon runners? So surely there's got to be some video interaction. So they met the marathon runners. So now why are they doesn't that just say, well, yeah, they were all there in the same place? One load of videos you could see the breath, the other you couldn't. It's got to be something to do with the video, surely. The cameras, all of that stuff. They're both in the same place. What I don't get what they're all so worked up about.
Well, they've gone.
They
go
obviously
and see
went
the light
somewhere.
in the sky, right? I mean, what's the idea that they were in a studio Therefore,
So were the
they
marathon
don't
runners
have
in a
to
studio?
believe. Yeah, big, massive one, apparently. Enough to run 20 odd miles. I don't know whether it was a circuit or. But yeah, big one, right? So, is the idea that they were in a studio so that therefore they can dismiss the light in the sky without actually saying anything about the light in the sky? I mean, what's the big deal about the vape thing? How does that help them? I don't get it. Like,
I think it's just like what do they call it? Like I wouldn't, not defamation of character. What is it like? Just makes things look less believable. I don't know. Anytime you can, what is it like in a court where you can show? It's not defamation of character. That's not right. Just like instances of someone not being honest. I think that's what they're trying to do, is like build a case of this doesn't look right, that doesn't look right, something's not right. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. That's just my opinion.
yeah, because this one is particular to one incident with Whitset. Doesn't, it's not addressing Jaren seeing the light in the sky, so it does seem like a specific idea of the vape thing that Flatzoid's focusing on, and he's just gone in there. So Flatzoid is concerned about the vape thing.
Water. When you come out, you can see your breath more. I've also said that yes, I did unexpectedly find a vape in my bag when I was traveling. That's because I used an old little bag I used for chargers, and it had a vape in there from way back in the day, because I did used to vape. I don't vape now. And so I did hit that vape a couple times when I was in Antarctica. But I did absolutely, objectively not hit a vape, walk over to the scene, to the screen, and then exhale it to fake my breath. It's just objectively not true. And that's why all the people that are claiming it, are not actually showing the consecutive moments up to that point. And what they're doing is blatantly lying about the timing. And they're saying, look, Austin's ducking behind the trash can here. Then he stands up, and this is where he fakes his breath. But that isn't true at all. That isn't where you see my breath.
Well,
That's like
if you
10
watch
minutes,
the video,
15 minutes later in the stream.
if you watch the video, because you watch this live, you can see you vaping as soon as you get out. You actually put it to your mouth. And when you walk to the laptop, you actually duck down to vape. We actually see this in real time.
You notice you didn't. Okay. You cannot see in lifetime that I hit a vape and walk over to the camera and then exhale. Objectively, you cannot. And I actually have a 4K 360 video right here that's 25 hours long lifetime. I will prove that this whole entire thing is a lie, and that you don't see me hit a vape and walk over there, because I would never vape on camera. Okay. And proof that I didn't vape and fake my breath is that immediately afterwards, I try to take 2 more deep breaths to show you my breath, because I thought that you were going to see it again.
Okay. But like we said, we got actual video footage from a camera showing you walking in concession and doing this. We see you go down, and we see you actually put things to your mouth, and then you show the breath. But if you say
a lie,
no, it's not a lie. Are you saying I'm lying? While we showed this
that's
live,
what I just said, right? Didn't I?
This has got to be a joke, hasn't it?
I don't. If he's got the whole 25 hours through run and he's saying this, but because we've not seen all that, nor Flatzoid.
Yeah.
He's just seen. I don't know what they've seen. Like I said, I've not watched any of this.
Like Whitset found a vape pen and did a vape.
But not on camera, he says. He says he wouldn't do it on
Doesn't
camera.
matter if it was on camera. I mean, like, is that going to be the thing now? That Whitset said he didn't do it on camera, but Flatzoid has got a video of Whitset doing it on camera. I mean, where does that
I don't know
get us?
I don't know what it means.
Oh.
At the end of the day. It's just something to argue over, apparently.
Yeah. Come on, guys. I mean, what? They've just been to Antarctica to go and look at the light in the sky. I mean, wait, why are you bothered about
a vape?
A vape? Come on.
Because they want any excuse to say it was fake and it didn't happen. Because they don't know where else to go with it.
A vape?
Yeah.
I mean, this ECV taken to the most extreme. Like, let's not actually talk about the light in the sky and how that fits on our model. Let's focus on Witsit vaping. How long can it last before they actually have to, you know?
They'll keep going on and on. They won't accept what happened, right? And they saw what they saw. For some reason, some people cannot accept that. And this is what happens when people cannot accept things.
This is what happens when you can't just say, "Epa, hey," like I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, they went. You know, it's all sun circles. They're all shouting sun circles.
I mean, let's take it, right? That, say, for instance, this is a massive setup, and Witsit is the agent of deception that they, they've managed to work some way, because Jaren went to go and get there, but somehow they had to wangle Witsit on there as well, because Jaren wanted Witsit to hold his hand while he went there, because he didn't want to go on his own. First off, Will Duffy, when he talked with me, he didn't even know whether he was going. So that it looked a bit iffy to start off with. But I mean, Witsit's got a vape pen? Come on, guys. But I get you, Constance. There's more, right? See, I mean, Constance, are you saying that you don't really trust Witsit through this? There's something fishy about it. Because, I mean, he is going to be defensive, right? He's just come back from his holidays and, he's got the flat earthers are after him. He's considered himself as a flat earth warrior. He was telling everybody it would be a positive for flat earth, this trip. But then he's come back and now he's having to be all defensive. I mean, yeah, he's got his sycophants around him, but he's never going to listen to just them. They can't block everybody out. He's got to have these conversations. He's summoned Witsit. Summon Witsit like QE to me. This is Witsit's the one. Flatsoid, you've been calling me out. Come and meet me over there at EA. Flatsoid's gone over. But I don't get what the vape thing is.
Can I just say you're lying?
I'm saying.
Hang on, before you start it, I just want to say I do think Witsit. There's something a little bit questionable about Witsit. I get it. I see these little things. I totally get it. But at the same time, a vape is. I don't know this story, so we're just watching this story unfold. We haven't heard any of this stuff really. So, I mean, if that's the only thing, it's just a vape. Well, it doesn't mean anything. If there's many questionable things, then I'll reserve judgment until the end of the video. But
yeah, I mean,
I still don't
a little
think
bit of a one to start off with,
I still don't think that these guys have got the capability or the power or whatever to fake this whole thing. Unfortunately for flat earthers, I think these people did go to the place people call Antarctica, and they filmed a 24-hour sun. I don't see how this tiny little part of the internet is worth faking a whole thing for. But then there can be some questionable things that happen while they're there or whatever. I don't know.
Well, let's take it the vape thing, right? Let's say that for some reason Witsit got there and thought, people are questioning us. Why there's nothing coming out of our mouths. And it'd
Yeah.
be, surely you'd just go, but we can't get anything to come out of our mouths, right?
Yeah, it's like yeah. Why not just ask yourself? I mean, let me look
Yeah.
it up. Like me personally, I didn't know that if the air was that dry. Like I've only ever been in cold environments. I went to Alaska once. I live here. It gets cold. I've only ever seen my breath. You know, I didn't know it could be so dry that you couldn't. I didn't even know it was. I mean, like if I was there, I'd be like, I don't know, make it.
Yeah, I can't understand why you'd run off to go and get a vape to pretend that there was something coming out of your mouth when I don't know.
Why would you need to?
Yeah. It just doesn't seem, it doesn't even seem worth arguing about. So for Whitsitt to try and defend himself against some sort of an attack just seems, it's fruitless, isn't it? Like it's never going to go anywhere.
Well, even for me, like the only one that I saw of all of the things that were questionable was the shadows thing. But I'm not a camera expert. I mess around with them. I'm not a lighting expert by any means or a shadow expert. But there are some things like if somebody could show me how some of that stuff, I'd be like, okay. But like that's about the only thing. I can't believe it's the vape. I'm like you. It's like why the vape? Why is there a vape gate?
But Buster, have you ever been anywhere that's that environment with a 24-hour sun kind of thing? Because I don't think any of us have ever experienced anything like it to know even what we're looking at, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I haven't. The closest I've been, I did go on a trip to Alaska, but it wasn't like super far north. It was like far south Alaska, But I went in the wintertime, so there was definitely not, there was way less daytime.
Yeah, I think the moisture content is a lot higher because whenever you see any of these, expeditions or anything to these sort of areas and the snowy places, they've always got ice on the beard. The wind chill or whatever is always, on the face. There's definite that sort of stuff, but
sure,
more.
I don't even get why vape.
I guess
I don't even get why it's a thing. Like that was my thing earlier. Why is it a thing? Well, the only reason I can even me personally come up with is just like a, that's what I was looking for earlier, like a discrediting type thing, where it's just this one little thing that you can discredit somebody.
And then the more little things you can find.
Right. Yeah, like a buildup of a case of discrediting somebody. That's the only reason I can even see it. And it's like, who cares? Like, somebody paid big money for them to go somewhere and see something. They went somewhere and they saw something,
Yeah, they already knew that they were going to see it. So all of this sort of stuff is just infighting. I don't know. Like, if you want to, Will Duffy's done an amazing job.
I'm with you though, Bev. Like, I don't see why, if you don't believe it, why the flat earthers didn't just go, okay, 24-hour sun, let's go away and come up with, I don't know, reasons why this doesn't, actually go away and think about it and come up with maybe a different model or something. But so far, all they seem to be doing, as Buster said, is discrediting with things that it's silly.
The people that were like, Whitsitt has been this like flat earth hero. Like he has so many people backing him, and now like it's all of a sudden, I don't know. Hopefully he kind of sees how quick that people turncoat, I mean, I don't, that's kind of crazy. Like,
yeah, well, the one time I spoke to Whitsitt, I had like 20 people jump on me, all men as well, to protect Whitsitt from talking to little old me. And I wonder how that's working out for him now, kind of thing,
Yeah, it's wild. It's just like all this is wild.
He laughed at me for saying that mountains weren't flat.
I mean, that's kind of,
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
I guess for all those guys who have got to call a fake, then everybody's got to fake it. Whitsitt, Jaren, Lisbeth. They've all got to be in on it. So they've got to find little angles on them where they were part of the fake. I guess so. They've got to chop down Whitsitt, haven't they? Jaren's disappeared. I mean, Jaren's the one who seems to have been the focus in the media. He's the only flat earther, it seems, who's been focused on, in the mainstream news that we've seen here and on Facebook and things. It's not Whitsitt. So Lisbeth seems to have disappeared off into the nightclub crowd.
You mean she's disappeared
crowd.
to where she appeared from, which was
I mean,
nobody that really
no
knows where.
Yeah, I mean, there's been no press release kind of thing from Lisbeth. Not that I've heard, or we've heard of. Lisbeth hasn't made a statement about what she feels about it. But then she didn't frequent these parts before, so you'd have thought, having been in the media, on the eye of the people on this experiment or this psychological social experiment, that we might have heard from her and what her view was. But she's got off. Whitsitt's still, he does think this is going to be good for the flat Earth, and he said that he'd spoken to. So there's the documentary maker, James Morandi, who was also claimed to be a flat earther, and Whitsitt vouches for him, 1,000% a flat earther. We checked him out and everything, and he said that the documentary is going to come out. It's going to be a flat Earth documentary. So, he's looking very positive about it, thinking that it's going to look good for the flat Earth. I mean, he's got Whitsitt.tv in the background, which was set up. Well, it's not running, but obviously, something's going to happen out of that. Whitsitt's got some kind of media future in the pipeline. It's going to be on Candace Owens with, I think, with McToon in a week or two. So, I mean, the media thing hasn't really unrolled. Seen the beginnings of it, but of course, Duffy and McToon and all those people, they haven't really started to put out all their data. I mean, neither is Whitsitt, but so it's quite a media show, media circus. Whitsitt seems to be the only one having to face off for the flat earthers and represent the flat Earth from that group of people. But for all the people who are saying, shadows, footprints, breath, 4K screens, whatever fake stories that that's been proposed, then of course everybody would have had to be in on it. All the staff, Whitsitt, Jaren, all of those would have been, if there was a screen, if there's a green screen, if there was, they weren't where they said they were, or they went to the North Pole in June, all the stories, then they've got to have been part of it. So it seems odd that people are, crucifying their own people, and they will have to if they're going to fake it. Then everybody's got to be in on a fake, haven't they?
Yeah, I just wanted to, I just wanted to question, respond to the chat a minute. Goldzilla's put, Flatzoid is not wrong to question, which everyone is already so sure of. I get where you're going with that, but it's doing the wrong, focusing on the wrong stuff. Like a vape means nothing at the end of the day. There's other tactics that Flat Earth could be using to avoid this shit show, right? Because it's going to descend into a shit show. It's going to make the way the Flat Earth is responding is going to make the Flat Earth to outsiders look even more silly than it already did, which is one of the effects that they're, Duffy and that wanted. They want people questioning things to look ridiculous. This is just adding on top of it. It's a really weird way of dealing with it. I get people's knee-jerk reaction is to be like, oh, it must be fake, but what if it isn't? What if They went there. That's what they saw. That's what the footage is. Yeah, there might be some anomalies here and there, but I think you can probably find that in any footage of anything. I could probably show you a wedding video and someone could point out 20 things that would say, oh, I don't think this is real. I think it was faked. Right? People could do that with everything. I just don't think this was a big enough thing for them to fake the whole thing.
No,
Flat
I
Earth
think
is not
the
that
vape,
important.
yeah, and the vaping thing, they're trying to catch him on something just to say, see, we have proof. You know, you did fake something. You did. Why did you pretend you had breath when, like, say, what was the point? You didn't have to. There's, I don't know. Has anybody of these people, have they researched lots of
But why? But again,
Antarctic
why are they going
videos to
on?
see if
Yeah, why?
anybody does have breath?
Again, why
You
are they
know,
going on about vape when they could go back to how Witzer even entered the arena, right, and start talking about that stuff? That
question,
is
yeah.
more compelling than him using a vape and blowing some smoke, if he did or not. You know, question how he came into the arena, how he got so popular so quick, that kind of thing. I just think this is lowering anyone looking to question anything. This is not helping.
Yeah, Flatsoid versus
definitely an
Witsit
implosion.
is a bad. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, how does it look
But
from the
yeah,
outside? I mean,
I think it'll look how it was hoped it would look. You know, people talking nonsense and fighting each other, and I mean, there's obviously a restructuring of the flat Earth content creators, I guess. You know, who's going to be the top dog? Who's going to get the views? Who stands for flat Earth? Who's a real flat Earther? Who's a true Earther?
who's the real true Earther? Who's the real true
Oakley's
flat
trying to
earther?
claim Oakley's trying to claim the territory with QE, and Flatsoid's got a bit of it, and you know, yeah, Jaren's gone out. Yeah, God, I mean, you know, Jaren and Dave. Dave hanging on to his app and trying to rally the troops. Yeah, it's quite a mess, quite a muddle. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but
it's
the
going to be interesting this
repercussions,
next year.
the 2025, the repercussions are going to be from the globe side, right? Because it's pretty obvious that the flat earthers are struggling. They don't know what's going on. Because
well, like you said,
nobody
you know,
from their side can
there's
talk about the model that they've falsified.
you know, like you said, nobody had an argument, and there was no rebuttal to an opposing argument to rebut that. You know, so nobody had anything really laid out and say, right, that this is an argument for one side, and the other side, well, we have an argument to deal with the sun from our side. Nobody's got one from either side, really. So yeah, it seems really unprepared. I mean, it seemed they were unprepared, you know, for what they were doing down there. I mean, they're saying that they were told they only had a limited amount of baggage, and when they got there, the Glovers got loads of stuff, and they suddenly realised they could have loads of stuff, and they were lied to, and so they didn't have equipment with them, and so, you know, on the fate, well, as it appears at the moment, the flat earthers were sleeping or tired or didn't have much gear with them, or were despondent and given up. And the Globers were doing 1,001 experiments, not sleeping for 40 hours. All that kind of thing. It's, yeah. Yeah, so, strange situation, isn't it?
Thank you very much,
But, you know,
Gods.
this is the fallout. Yeah. And what you're hearing now with Witsit and Flatsoid is part of this fallout. It's fascinating.
So new members. I'm gonna have to start doing some proper members stuff. Is it gonna keep doing that for 10? Can you guys hear that noise coming through?
No.
On YouTube. Hopefully not. Oh, good. You guys can't hear. It's just me. Thank you very much, gods, and everybody. Appreciated. Try drinking.
Don't do that.
That'd be a sock account of someone then.
Yes. Probably somebody from McToon's listening in. I have been doing a little bit of research over there in McToon's. Oh, look. There you go. Thank you for dropping in, Jem. Yeah, some more content. Good for you. I hope you are appreciating the destruction of Flat Earth by Will Duffy. He's done more for the destruction of Flat Earth than anyone over the last 10 years, I think. He's definitely caused more trouble for Flat Earth than any glober before him.
Well, I mean, would that be a problem for them though? Like a pastor, like coming out of a church to do more damage to Flat Earth than anybody's done with all of the streams?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
He's a flat Earth slayer, of course. Come on.
Yeah.
The war of the gods has begun, Buster.
Yeah, man. And like this is like he's the Flat Earth slayer, Duffy.
I'm so impressed that we've got rid of Flat Earth once and for all. There's no need for anybody to talk about it anymore. You all guys have all got rid of Flat Earth.
So the bigotry
said
can
he's
end?
got rid of it. Yep. There's no need for any more bigotry towards the Flat Earthers because it's ridiculous. Obviously not flat. Both self-evidently, you can just look at stuff. You can tell it's not flat. And now the sun circles in the sky.
Yeah.
Put the nail in the coffin. Not only can you see it's not flat, but the sun circles in the sky have been proven.
Yeah.
So I don't know what sort of a debate there'll be from now on. No doubt some debate channels will still exist. Gem Panda's having one of them. So good luck to you, Gem. We're going to be going around proving the real globe to people. We're going to, proper real discussions about people.
Oh, just so everyone in the chat knows, Humans of Earth is Gem Panda. Yes, that Gem Panda who is that obsessed with Flat Earth that he has a Discord dedicated to it called Debate Flat Earth and More. And he has a whole channel dedicated to roasting Flat Earthers.
Oh,
So,
is he a Christian like McToon?
I'm not entirely sure, but he's one of the most obsessive people over Flat Earth.
I thought maybe he was doing McToon's. I thought maybe he was doing McToon's like Christian, example.
No, but he does go out in public and finds Flat Earthers on the street to shout at. That's how obsessed he is with it.
That's cool.
Yeah, but now he doesn't need to do any of that. Flat Earth is finished.
It's dead. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need any of this stuff now. Oh, when are you exposing yourself then, Gem? If you expose liars. What about all the ones in your Discord?
Put some stickers on
Gem?
there that say, I'm a fucking liar.
There you go.
But you don't need to do any of that anymore. It's all finished. Flat Earth is finished. So what are you going to talk about yourself now, Gem?
Listen to this. This is Gem Panda. I'll put it in the chat.
Put some stickers on there that say, I'm a fucking liar.
See? Gem Panda wanted us to put stickers on that said that he was a liar. I think we did. I think I put it in one of the videos for you, Gem. Remember that? That was a good one. One of the early ones before Buster, I think. we listen to a bit more Flatside and Witsit. I bet if you've been over this, Jem, what do you reckon? I bet you'll be saving it for Sunday's show, will you? You can go over it. In fact, you can go over this one. Yours going over this one.
Oh, apparently Jem says we lie, so apparently he thinks the Earth is flat because we say the Earth isn't flat.
Yeah.
And if Jem's
we're
saying that's a
definitely not
lie,
lying.
Jem is one of those flat earthers. I
Tis
never
globe as
knew
well.
that, Jem.
We lying about Tis Globe, Jem.
Yeah. We're out globing you, Jem.
Here we go. Flatside again.
Saying
Yes,
you
I'm
lying
saying
because
you're
the
lying,
actual
right?
we got live streams to show it. Remember, you said you didn't watch
Oh,
any
you
of the
don't.
streams.
Show it right now. Share your screen. Show it right now.
It's
You're
gonna be-
lying.
Whoa, wait. Did you not say you didn't watch any of the streams?
No, what I watched, what I did. No, what?
You said
No,
in the
what?
beginning when I
did not.
started, you didn't watch any
Wait,
of the
no,
streams
what?
because you
Did
don't
what?
want people slandering you, blah,
I
blah,
didn't
blah.
what?
watch
Say
your
what?
streams. That's right. But what I have seen is the claim that you're making right now, which is some
that's
video
George.
someone made saying, "Look, here's Austin ducking behind the trash can," and then he says, then he stands up, and this is where he fakes his breath. That's a lie, though. That isn't the moment in the stream that you see my breath. It's an entirely different moment in the stream. It is a lie. You just now said the lie, so show the screen, show everyone that this is not a lie. Show right now that you watched me duck, hit a vape, stand up, and fake my breath. You won't, because that isn't what happened.
Oh,
It's
just
an
like I
entirely
would,
different
just
part of
like
the
I
stream.
wouldn't show up. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try see if I can get the video quickly.
No, I agree with Austin. That was an edited video. They moved the timeline around. You have to look at it because it is false.
Flatoid and let's go back and forth.
Okay. Cool. If you did say it's edited, I'll look into that. But what I see is
Well,
it
answer
literally
the
shows-
Was that somebody coming to Witsit's defence to come up with the edited video?
I think that was Jeremy, wasn't it? It sounded like.
Isn't that what you were saying earlier, though? You're not only talking to Witsit, but you're talking to his entourage of people willing to defend.
Question: is that where you saw it? You saw the video that showed that the guy's narrating it, and he says, "Look,
It's
here
over
you see him
360
ducking
camera.
behind-"
It shows over 360 camera.
You're not answering my question.
It
Is
shows
where
no,
you
not of
supposed-
that. No, I didn't see it of that. It was off a 360 camera.
Yeah,
You
on
know,
the
you guys
360 camera. I want
had
you to
wait,
say on
wait,
the
wait.
record right now.
You
I want
guys
you to say on the record right now. You're claiming you watched the 360 camera and you watched me
duck
hit
down.
a vape,
Yes.
stand up, and exhale.
Yes.
Is that what you're claiming?
Yes.
Okay, that is a lie. Because what actually happened was I walked into the room, okay? Then I come back out, walk up to the stream, and that's when you see it. Later on, I duck below the trash can.
Did you or did you
okay?
not switch your screen off?
What?
Did you or did you not switch your screen off when you went into the
No,
camp?
what I actually did was played a video that is a song of my wife, and that she made, and I just found out yesterday that shows black screen on the stream for some reason, and then I even showed people what the actual video is, and I can pull up my studio right now that has that video loaded. So I played the video through Talk Studio through Streamlabs, which has an uploaded video of my wife who made a visualizer for a song she made when I was there. I played that song, which you can obviously hear in the stream. It's playing a song. I played the song. It was supposed to be playing the visualizer video.
So many explanations.
I know, but I mean, it wouldn't that say that he's trying to defend himself, and he's because you know what Witsit's like. At least I think I would say he's a fast talking dude, and he's just trying to recollect the stuff that happened, and I bet his recollection of it is like that in his memory.
Could be.
Go along with that. But again, it sounds petty. I don't know, like, where's it going?
Who cares
Like,
if he hit a vape?
For what
I don't know.
purpose do we get any of this shit? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
I mean, this arena doesn't make any sense. But these guys are in it, doesn't it?
video. For some reason, it just showed a black screen. Then I walked away. I went inside. I got a drink of water. I came back out, and then I ended the video and started talking again. But what the claim that's being made, which comes from a video, which literally says it's edited, the video's edited, and he says, here's where he ducks below the camera, the trash can. You can see it looks like he's hitting a vape right here. Then he stands up. You see him stand up again for the screen because I'm like putting the gloves on. This is where he fakes his breath. That is a lie. If you actually go and look at the stream where you see my breath, I'm not even wearing gloves at that point.
You do know, you know, we watched that stream live while you were doing it, and we said, oh, where's your gloves now? You do know that we said this. Oh, wait, you wouldn't because you didn't watch our stream. By the way, yes, don't worry, I'll look into further.
Address what just
I just
was
did.
said,
I just
dude.
did. I say you are lying because we saw you duck down and take a vape, stand up and show your breath, and you were out of breath when you tried to do so, like you holding your breath. Now, since you say
that
that's
isn't what happened. Show the screen right now. Show what you're
don't
claiming.
worry.
Mr.
No, it's a bit difficult to show now, but don't you worry. We will show everything. But for now, why did you walk away to pick up snow when you could have just got it by your feet?
No, we're not just going to skate past this. What you're saying is a lie. We're going to wrap up each point. What you're saying is a lie. I did not hit a vape and then walk over to the screen.
Then why did you put your mouth?
The vape. Stop interrupting me. Stop interrupting me.
Well, then stop saying I'm lying.
Stop interrupting me.
Then stop saying I'm lying.
This is just like what you have to do with FED, because I'm about to completely expose every one of your slanderous claims.
Go ahead.
And so you're going to have to try to censor me. Okay, I objectively did not hit a vape, walk over to my camera, and exhale a vape to fake my breath. If I did hit a vape...
I'm sort of disappointed in Witsit. He's now, like, he's invited called Flatsoid over. But Flatsoid's in the judge's chair now, isn't he? So Witsit on the defensive towards Flatsoid, and he's asked Flatsoid to come over there. Witsit should be asserting his dominance over Flatsoid, shouldn't he?
He is. I've not usually seen Witsit like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not normally this defensive.
You'd see that Flatsoid's got the upper hand, wouldn't you?
At the moment, yeah, and because Witsit should know better than to walk into some of this stuff that he's walking into.
He's invited him over.
I know, I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, this is, again, FPV's talking about the sun. This has never been about that. That's a false dichotomy play. It's already been done, dusted. It's been done. Flat Earth has ended. What we're watching now is the implosion of the flat Earth on itself. This false dichotomy play, it's like this is just another one of the dominoes that's falling, isn't it?
Yeah, Flat Earth was already like divided into little groups here and there. Now it's going to be even more divided.
Wow.
Vape. I intentionally made sure that I had already exhaled before I ever went to the camera, because I would never vape on camera. The circulating video claiming that I ducked behind a trash can and hit a vape and stood up, and that's the part he fakes his breath, is a lie. It is edited. It's an entirely different part of the stream, which is why you will objectively never show what you're claiming you can show right now.
Did you?
Because I've already looked at the video. I know for a fact it's a different portion of the stream. Okay, so, and then secondly, we've already debunked the whole thing and you just hand wave dismissed it, that I did do a stream later with Owen Benjamin where you see my breath the entire time. And then the obvious point here that is just so obvious, if I was hitting a vape to try to trick people into saying that you could see my breath and fake I'm in Antarctica, why would I then say, oh wow, be surprised you see my breath, say what's up now, and then immediately take 2 follow-up deep breaths thinking you're going to see it again if I actually knew that I was hitting the vape to trick people?
Okay, so you
Not
do.
just that, but, real quick, the vape, like, vapor is
No,
so.
hold on, man. Hold
Okay,
on.
wait.
This is just
Okay. Okay, let's get back to this. Remember, you even said you don't vape anymore, but you just apparently had a vape in there. And
Oh, come on, flat side. This is like he's on trial or something.
Yeah, and I kind of get the not vaping on camera thing, because if you are doing live streams, you get used to not smoking or vaping, anything that could limit the viewers or the advertisers that
I was
will
gonna say, doesn't it have like an
advertise.
18 plus on it straight away or something?
Yeah,
Makes it
yeah,
really
it's
show
all the
content.
rating. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're wanting to get more viewers and stream, to a wider audience, you get used to not smoking and not vaping on camera. It is a thing. Don't know whether that's his reason, but that is a thing.
Which I don't know. He should have the balls to say, what the fuck's he talking about? What's this got to do with anything? It does make me think, like, what else is he bothered about? Because there'll be, I don't know, footprints or something.
And you
next to it, whatever.
decided to vape in Antarctica, which is odd. We see the video footage of you actually ducking down, putting the vape to your mouth, then standing up and showing your breath.
Can I just-
and being
can you
out
just
of
pause
breath
it there?
because no, I'm not. You're just
Yeah.
saying I'm lying.
Yeah, go on.
Because he's now accusing Whitsitt of this thing. They've got it on video. They saw him. Blah blah blah. At this point, why are they not showing either side? Flatsoid's wrong for not saying, right, hang on a minute. I've got this clip. Here we go. Play it. Let's discuss it. See what he says. And Whitsitt should have been specific in saying, right, play the goddamn video, right now. Otherwise, we're dismissing this as you're talking shit.
Yeah, let's just move on to the next topic.
Yeah, and can I just say to God, I'm not on either side. I'm just stating my opinion as I'm saying it for the first time. I don't know any of this stuff, so we're
Doesn't
going
make
through
any
this.
difference, I don't think.
No, I know. I'm just responding to Gord's because I can't be bothered to type. Sorry.
If Brian Leakey won, he would have never let this shit happen. I guarantee you.
He'd have been vaping for him. That's it.
Dude, Brian Leakey should have got to go on that trip, man.
Yeah, out of everybody, he should have gone.
Hey, well, you can't leave the Hawkster out of it.
John Hawkins wouldn't have gone.
He would have been better than Critical. Think, wouldn't
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'd rather have the Hawkster over there.
He would have took his helicopters over and everything.
Lying doesn't mean I'm lying. We saw this
Oh,
live.
you want to bet 10 grand? You want to bet 10 grand on it?
I'm not a betting guy. As everybody knows, I'm a Christian.
Oh,
I don't do
that's
bets.
convenient.
Why is
But,
this
but
turning
don't-
into betting?
Betting, yeah.
What is this? This is ridiculous on both sides because I think Eric in chat earlier said, what if this is all to bluff flat earthers into saying this, it's all fake, and then they've got some absolute proof that they're going to come out with in like 6 months' time that nobody can refute, but all the flat earthers were saying it was all fake kind of thing.
What for? You mean flat Earth proof?
Yeah,
Will Duffy's tricking everyone.
Well, no, I don't know. Eric will have to type it again, but it could be just like to make everybody go, oh, it's all fake, it's fake, and then come out with something further down the line which nobody can refute. But I don't know what that would be or anything like that. It's just what if?
Well, I'd say it just solidifies the Tis globe, right? It's the false dichotomy. If you don't really need to do anything, you just falsify one side of it, and therefore the other side wins. Tis globe. It doesn't need to be defended or anything, does it? The globe. with this play. It's brilliant. Unquestioned.
Don't worry, but don't worry, Witsit.
Stop
I'll be
interrupting.
showing, but I'll be showing you, Witsit. Don't worry. I'll be showing you exactly what.
No,
you're
you
saying.
won't.
Yes,
No,
I
you
will.
won't.
Just
He's got a
like,
video
No,
playing.
don't tell me
no,
what
no,
I.
he was
Wait. Don't interrupt me now. Don't tell me what I will and won't do.
Maybe he
all
will
you
play
are
the
doing now
video.
is saying I'm lying. Well, we literally saw you do it. So
He's
don't
gonna
tell
go
me
over
I'm
it.
No,
lying.
He's
you
gonna have
didn't.
like
What your
3
retarded
streams.
dumbass did was see a
insults.
clipped edited video. What you did was see a clipped edited video circulating on the internet where a guy just
Oh
baselessly
God, nobody's going to
claims
believe
that after I
anything at
duck
this
behind
point.
the
It's
trash
just going
can,
to go
I
round and
stand up,
round.
and that's the part.
Flatsoid's just going to be able to get the clip that he wants and play it there and say, look, here's him doing that. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's done.
Yeah.
And these two aren't going to sort it out. Witsit and Flatsoid aren't going to sort of shake hands after this, are they?
Absolutely not. There's no way they can. I mean, those two are against each other forever now.
So that's a split. It's been put in. It's been done.
Yep.
The division's there. The wedge is already being knocked, in it?
Are they both
the
gingers?
stream where you
Never mind. I don't think there's any science behind it.
Possibly.
Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. They're not going to... There's no way they can... maybe why they're doing it, anyway.
you see my breath, but if you weren't retarded and you actually went and fact checked it,
Uh-oh,
you would have
see,
saw
he's
that's
called
an
him
entirely
retarded.
different
Oh, no.
portion
Yeah, there you
of
go.
the stream.
Yeah.
So where you see my breath in the stream is when I enter the building, walk back over there, and start talking. It
Oh,
is an
it's gonna
entirely different part of
wait
the
till
stream.
his different
Objectively,
voices
it is
start coming
edited,
in.
and the only evidence you guys have is this guy just claims, like you're claiming right now, that that's
gonna
when
do
you
it.
see
While
my
we
breath.
watched it
That
live.
isn't true.
While we watched it live. Okay, but would you be willing to take a polygraph
Is this
test?
the new Christians?
Yes.
Polygraph.
And you
great.
didn't watch it live. You
Right.
didn't watch it live, you retard. The
So are you
360
lying
camera
as well,
wasn't
saying
there.
we didn't? I
Time
didn't
out,
say the
time out,
360
time out.
was
You
live.
didn't-
I didn't
you
say the
did-
360 was live.
Okay, so then you didn't see me do anything ducking behind a trash can live. So you're lying. What you're claiming right now is that you can watch me duck behind a trash can, hit a vape, stand up, and then fake my breath. That is a lie. The moment that I then stand up is an entirely different time of the stream.
You sure you want to? You sure you want to down that hill?
Hey, Flat,
Down
can we
that
just-
Can the audience please get the video that you guys are talking
Hold
about for
on
the
a
last
second.
10 minutes so we can wrap
Hold
this
on
point
for a
up?
second.
Can you guys?
Guys,
I linked the
hold
video
on.
in
This
reference.
isn't time to interject. Hold on, man. Flatoid, can we just get a timestamp?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if I can get it up here quickly. We're from my live, watching his live, and then you can see he literally puts on his screen again, and then he ducks down, ducks up, and then shows a vape.
Wrong.
I'm just trying to get it quickly because we
And
watched.
what's even crazier about it is, again, okay, there's a stream where I'm talking the whole time and you see my breath. And then you made another false claim and you claimed that the people in the marathon, you can see their breath the whole time. That's a lie. We just now watched it. The whole room just watched it where people.
See, look, I'm watching the YouTube chat as well, and basically all of Flatsoid's YouTube chat is calling Witsit a liar. So they're basing all of this round a vape.
How bad do you think Witsit wants to hit the vape right now? You know what I mean? In this moment in the conversation.
Well, I've sort of been in these situations, right? In these rooms, you find yourself defending something and you don't even know what's going on, where it happened, like how you ended up in these situations. But Witsit's been in this long enough, hasn't he? He's talked to the ballers. He's been in here, Earth Awakening server, talking to all of these people. He should be prepared for this. A vape. They've been to Antarctica, probably one of the biggest ever false dichotomy plays ever has happened. And they're talking about a vape. Amazing.
People that are running the marathon, half the time you don't see their breath. You claimed you always see their breath in the marathon. That's a lie. We just watched.
Wait. Now you're lying because you didn't watch any of my content. So when did I say they always see their breath?
You said that
most
when you
of
first
the time.
came in here.
I didn't even talk. Wait. I said most of the time.
No, you didn't. You said always. You said the word always.
Okay, well,
and so now, okay, who cares? Now you're changing it. Oh, so
no,
so
I'm
you're
not
saying
changing it because, by the way, do you know when they're having the interviews before the race, they show their breath?
This is only going to get worse.
Were they hot then?
Just breath.
Wait. No, don't. You just said now.
Were they hot? Were they hot then?
Now,
all the things they could be talking about.
Why are you changing this?
What?
I'm asking you a simple question.
Were they hot then? Is your question? Were they hot then?
Before the race, yes.
Literally just come back from a holiday of a
guess
lifetime.
that they're not nearly as out of breath or as hot as after they run, are they?
Talk about his breath.
Sorry?
That's irrelevant though, because
no, it's
what
not.
you just like.
Why is it irrelevant?
Stop. You're going to now address that. You just double spoke. So first, when you came in here, you said that we watched the marathon and you always see their breath. Now you're claiming you didn't say that and that you just said that sometimes you do. Okay, so if you're now saying that sometimes they do, then how come when they're running a marathon in Antarctica, how could there be moments that you don't see their breath? Answer the question.
You are claiming they don't, you only see the breath.
Oh, come on, guys.
I had to go do some stuff for about 20 minutes and I just came back. Are they still on this? Are they still on this?
Yes. Yeah.
My gosh.
All the things that they could be. That's why I could be asking some really interesting questions, except instead they're arguing over breath and vapes.
Whether you see people's breath. Like, oh, come on. This is why flat earthers get laughed at, right, people? You can see that now, right? From the outside, this is what your people see. Two dudes arguing about whether you see somebody's breath or not. I suppose this is what the ballers are calling the flat earth cope. It's sort of, we call it ECV, right? Where existential cognitive veiling. Something becomes so real that your mind just sort of shields you from it. I don't think these guys are in control of what they're doing. Their brains aren't allowing them to see the reality of what's going on. So they're focusing on something that's completely fucking irrelevant. They don't see it.
And vaping is horrible for you. As you can see here, it's not working out for them at all.
Well, it was an old vape pen as well.
Just
Like,
don't
you know,
do it.
like I don't know how long the charge stays in a vape pen if it's been in your backpack for a few months since when you stopped vaping. I don't know.
Pretty good vape.
Yeah, I don't have vape pens. Well,
Flatzoid trying to get him in trouble with his old lady and shit. You better not be vaping when you go there.
at least he's not smoking a spliff, right?
No. You do that. I guess you do that off camera. That's what Jaren did. So.
Round the back.
Yeah, that's
of
the
tent.
problem, you know. If this would have just been a joint, it would have never
go
even
over
had
there
the
and do a
conversation.
vape while I go over here and have a spliff.
Keep them occupied.
Get everyone talking about the vape.
The breath because they were hot. That's what you said.
I never said anything like that.
Well, this was recorded live, so yes, you did say that.
I did not say you only see their breath because they're hot. I never said
That's
anything
what
like
you
that.
said.
Answer.
So now you lying. Okay, now again, Witsit. You don't.
The whole room is sitting here watching you. and I would say
Everybody's
you lost
watching you.
credibility with
Everybody.
this, but you never had any. You never had any.
Witsit.
So
Witsit. The only thing you've been doing this whole
Yeah.
time is trying to insult me and saying I'm lying, even when you concede you've never watched anything I've been bringing out. So the only one having
You're not gonna get away from this question. You came in here. You said that that you're gonna answer the question, Flatsoid.
Did you or
came
did you
in
not
here,
have breath?
you said
Did you
you're
or did you not have
you're
breath?
gonna answer the question.
Did you or did you not have breath?
We're not gonna skip this point.
Did you
You're
or
gonna
did
get
you
to
not
skip
have
the point.
breath? Did you
I
or
get
did you
you
not
were
have breath?
trained by.
Did you or did you? You called me out. Okay.
You didn't
and
have
I'm
breath,
answering
Flatsoid.
you. Did you or
Dead.
did you not always show your breath?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Did you not have breath?
Great. Will your
I
breath
was
show
breathing the
when you're
entire
in
time.
Antarctica?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, on
breathing.
camera.
It's
Sometimes
inherent.
it's hard to see your dude. If you keep, that's what you have
Involuntary.
to do.
Come on,
breath on camera.
guys, I gotta ask a question. What are the chances this whole fucking thing is scripted? What are the chances this whole thing is scripted?
I don't
is
think
a show?
so. I think this is how.
Come on.
This is flat Earth debate. This is
I
exactly
agree
what
with
they
this.
do.
Insanity.
I
This is
agree with this.
absolute insanity.
This is ECV. Like it's like don't talk about the sun circles. I mean, both sides. It's all sun circles. Let's talk about vaping.
Oh my gosh. It's so bad.
So
you flat earthers are ridiculous. No, we're not. And it's like you play this, and it's like you kind of are. You know.
Did you have breath? Did you have breath?
Somebody just spent. I'm like Bev. Somebody just spent $50,000 for you to go somewhere, and they're talking about vaping. Did you have breath? Is time physical? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Sorry.
You can see why people do think it's nonsense, right? Because Will Duffy's spent a lot of money to take because all of the other stuff that they've done, they can pretend they've done reverse Aristosthenes or whatever with the shadows, and they've measured angles, but really the whole thing was just to take flat earthers there to go, look, you can see the sun in the sky, and then to go, yeah, that falsifies my model. That was it. That was the final experiment. And they've spent a lot of money to do it. And really, did he need to? Whitsitt was one of those guys that went there.
I honestly thought by now Flatsoid would have just outright accused him of taking part in a dupe.
I think that's what it is. He's just too scared to say it, because
that's what it sounds like.
They'd have to end up talking about the sun circles and where do we go next and all of that sort of stuff, and I don't think they can.
For anybody, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be around for the whole. Are you going to do the whole hour and 35 minutes? Do they ever get to that? Do they ever get to actual accusations? My gosh, seriously.
This is ridiculous. It's only just happened, this. Because Witsitt's called Flatsoid out. And,
that's crazy. Crazy.
This is mental. Yeah, let's.
What you keep avoiding.
The only one over talking is you.
Stop interrupting.
I am going to, because you're interrupting me
here?
every time. Stop interrupting me. Stop telling me I'm lying. Stop talking bogus lies about me and telling me I'm lying when you don't even know what's going on.
Says the guy who slandered me for
what?
weeks.
Where did I slander? Tell me. What did I slander you about? Tell me. Go on. No. You just made a claim I slandered you. Tell me what I slandered you about.
Look at how he's acting. He knows he got caught. And so he's trying to
what have I slandered you?
To avoid the point.
Oh my god, that was brilliant. I'm going to have to give a couple of J's of that. There we go. Right, it's only a little picture in the bottom corner, but watch this.
Stop talking bogus lies about me and telling me I'm lying when you don't even know what's going on.
Says the guy who slandered me for weeks.
Where did I slander? Tell me. What did I slander you about? Tell me. Go on. No. You just made a claim I slandered you. Tell me what I slandered you about.
How he's acting. He knows he got caught.
Beat up as well.
Avoid the point. I'm going to keep repeating the point until you address it. You came in here, you claimed that we watched the marathon video, and we quote-unquote always see their breath. I then called you out for that. You now say, I didn't say always. It's recorded. Just blatantly gaslighting the room. Yes, you're right. It's recorded. You said always. Now you're saying that you said sometimes. Okay, then. Here's the question that you're so scared of.
Sov is in the chat, who's he used to be Jaren's smoking buddy. He's put gaslighting little asshole. I don't know. He can't mean Flatsoid, can he?
Oh, I wouldn't think so because he's a moderator for Flatsoid. Yeah, I would think so.
Like these guys, Flatsoid and those guys are going against Witsit. They're all meant to be flat earthers, aren't they? Like, what have they done?
We gotta get to that bit. We gotta get to that bit. Michael Flatsoid starts spinning on his chair.
This Will Duffy, right? I'll have to say that. Thank you, Will Duffy, because this has been amazing. The Globe guys and the Flat Earthers, I'm sure they've been playing this false dichotomy little bit of like tennis or something, you know, like a badminton game, you know, flat globe. And then Will Duffy's just come in and he's completely changed the game with an amazing play. Thank you, Will Duffy.
Of answering, if the people were running a marathon in Antarctica and you only sometimes see their breath, why would you ever not see their breath?
Camera angles also make a difference. Now, again, and lighting. But I'm going back to what you said.
Wait.
I just answered you. What? Now you interrupting me again. Are you trying to censor me now, Witsit? Don't you want? No. It's my turn. It's my turn, Witsit. It's my turn, Witsit. We're clarifying this. We're clarifying this.
Oh, this is Flat Earth Power Games now. Oh, who gets to mute each other? Over talking. Very good.
It's your turn after we wrap up this point. It's your turn.
Sorry, hypocrite. Hypocrite.
So
Hypocrite, it's my turn to talk. No, it's my turn.
Wait.
You just had your turn. I answered you. It's my turn. You can wait.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Flatsoid admits that you wouldn't.
How far into the video are we, Bev?
This is 20 minutes into 1.5 hours.
I was going to say, if it just carries on like this, I don't know what the point is of watching.
I know, but I mean, it's how soon this is going to erupt. I think we're already there for some reason. Like, Witsit's called Flatsoid a retard, and Flatsoid's called Witsit a liar, and I can't see it going anywhere else other than just sort of blowing
arguing.
up. I think they're giving Will Duffy exactly what Will Duffy wants at the minute.
Yeah. I think it is what you said, Bev. I think it's just watching this and acknowledging that no one is talking about the sun circles in the sky. They're talking about vaping and seeing breath in Antarctica or not. That's the beauty of this. Is no one is talking about the sun circles in the sky.
Mike says the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, what's the last 15?
The last 15. I think we'll watch a little bit more just to see where this goes to, and then we'll shoot on like Mike says if that's going to be the best bit. What's that?
Sovereign Soul Unchained. Witsit, you faked it and you were caught. You suck.
Yes, see, Sovereign. It looks like in Flatsoid's chat, he's got a load of other people, like his moderators, or call it his team, that are sort of throwing coal on the fire, aren't they? You've got Michael Kahn and Sov just sort of calling Witsit. And if that's happening in the chat now, you can bet that on the panel and all of the other chats that they've had, they've been exactly the same. Flat Earth power plays going on here.
Yeah, Witsit's being kicked out. He's
I think
not going to have a big following 6 months down the line when all of this dies down. Witsit's going to end up with nobody because
No,
the
no,
flat
Witsit-
earthers are
Witsit is the
done.
flat Earth superstar.
Not
He's gonna
anymore.
be
He's
the
not.
only-
Apparently,
Yeah, he is. He's like, he doesn't care about these people now. Witsit. What will happen now is Witsit will realise that people like Flatsoid and all of that aren't his audience. His audience is with Candice Owens.
Oh, you think he's going to go on
Yeah,
that
he's going to
route?
go big superstar. Will Duffy said, didn't he, when they were in the middle of that thing, he said, Jaren, I'm going to introduce Jaren, who's one of the biggest leading flat earthers. Not for long, though, he says. So he's got an idea that there will be a bigger flat earther than Jaren. Either Jaren's coming down or, you know, somebody else is going to take that spot, and it's not going to be Flatside. It'll be Witsit. I think there's only one person that can do the fast talking sort of stuff. And that's going to be Witsit. He'll be able to brush this off, Witsit, I think. But Flatside's making a play for it as well. He's getting some good numbers as well, isn't he, Flatside? Might be the guy they're after.
Lighting and camera angles, but his whole home run is that we don't see our breaths. You're a retard. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, great. Insults. So anyway, their breath was seen most of the time because the angles and the lighting was correct. You, the whole time, said, you can't see my breath because the air is too dry. Then you go and take a vape, which we saw, and then you say, oh, look, oh, there's breath. And you try it again and it didn't work because the vape was already out of your lungs. We can even see you holding your breath and forcing it out. So again, instead of over talking me and telling I'm lying, now you made a claim I've been slandering you while you just literally said 5 times you have not watched my content. What have I slandered you about? The person who hasn't watched my content.
Hey, you've slandered me since you've been in here. You're going to interrupt me, guaranteed. You slandered me since you've been in here. You're still doing it. You're claiming I faked my breath with a vape. That is objectively a lie. Therefore, it's slander. Because that isn't true. I didn't fake my breath. I had no reason to fake my breath. You have now admitted that based on camera angles and lighting, you wouldn't always see your breath. And your big home run was that I pointed out that you don't really see your breath here because of the dryness of the air. That's a fact. If you know how to use Google, maybe you could look up and say, what causes you to see your breath? And you would see that it's directly proportionate to moisture in the air and in the lungs. So yes, because it's a desert, there.
Okay, well, we'll shoot on just a bit. Give us another 33 minutes.
I'm drinking a hot tea, right? And you can see my breath for the full 30-minute interview.
Breath?
The entire time.
30
You
odd
never
minutes.
stop seeing.
45 minutes.
You will never answer it because you're a liar.
I
and
just
you're bearing
did.
false witness. So now I'll just repeat it
I
again.
just did.
I didn't
I
contradict
just
myself
did
at
tell you
all.
this.
You're a liar.
You're getting
I didn't contradict
exposed,
myself
yeah,
at all.
dude.
Stop interrupting me.
You just
You're
the one
lying.
talking. You don't let me
You're
talk.
lying.
What am I
didn't
lied about?
contradict myself at all.
What have I lied
Stop
about?
interrupting
What
me.
have I lied about?
You
Go
realize
ahead.
I'm actually trying to point out what you lied
Go.
about, but you
Go
keep
ahead.
censoring me.
You're
Yeah,
the only one
okay.
talking.
So you just lied and claimed that I contradicted myself. I've corrected you 3 times. This is the main reason I haven't been engaging with you people because you're just retarded.
You people, what's
There's
that
no
mean?
reasoning with you people. Stop interrupting
That's a bigoted
me.
statement.
So I stood by the computer. Someone asked me to pick up snow. I just then looked around and noticed that there was a pile of snow behind me. Because I already knew that the places that were
To an hour. We're missing another 15
to
minutes.
say that I didn't originally see that pile of snow. It doesn't even make any sense. What you're saying makes no sense. If I did actually know it was there, why wouldn't I just pick it up?
What's
the first
that,
time?
Mason?
Why would I even walk away to?
Yeah, it's got
that-
I'm pretty sure that says Mason.
Yeah. No, it just
Or
says
maybe
Mason.
a question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he questioning them?
Pick up the other one. The original claim was that snow was over there because I didn't know, or because it was fake, and that's why I had to walk away. But that's debunked by the last 5 seconds, the next 5 seconds showing I pick it up beside the camera. So flat earthers are being deceptive,
Mason.
they're being disingenuous,
Saying
they're cutting me out of context, they're slandering me, and they're lying. They're doing exactly what anti-flat earthers do. And this is you're not new to this though, because you cut scenes out of a Res Rhetoric video apparently. Now what I
you know, I think the anti-flat earther thing was made for us by Nathan Oakley, to be honest. I don't want to get like a anything out of it, but I'm pretty sure that they had globers and there was no need for anti-flat earthers until we started saying that the Earth's not flat. Would I be right about that sort of stuff? Like Wise Witsit talking about anti-flat earthers and saying that Flatzoid sounds like an anti-flat earther. Is that because they're people that, you know, say it is not globe?
I do want to point out is that you also just lied and you claimed that you watched the vape thing live. No, you didn't. The 360 camera wasn't even available at that point. Your whole argument is that you see me crouch and then you know it's a vape, blah, blah,
So
blah.
I've had snow
That wasn't
and
even
vape.
available then. Okay, so let's move on to your next point. Both of those things have been thoroughly debunked. I get that you're just going to keep on baselessly lying and claiming I contradicted myself. I guess you're hoping that the audience just has such a low IQ that they actually fall for what you're saying. That if you just keep,
You know, when people say that you contradicted myself and all of that sort of stuff, do you reckon they ever let anybody know what the contradiction is? These two different points opposed to one another?
No, why would you want to do that?
keep saying it with conviction that somehow it becomes true. I didn't contradict myself at all. You're hot micing. I didn't contradict myself at all. I didn't see the snow at first. I walked away and picked up where I did see snow. When I came back, I saw there was a small pile of snow, so I picked that up the second time. There's no contradictions anywhere. The original claim was that it was in the studio and the snow was fake. That's been debunked because I didn't pick it up right beside there anyway. So that's just one of the 30 different claims flat earthers have been making that are all easily debunked and they're lies. The next question you asked me is why there wasn't a 24-hour live stream, right? Well, okay, because we tried to do a 24-hour live stream. We set up, we used the Android from Duffy's phone. We tried to stream it live to Candace Owens' channel, and after like 12 hours, the phone crashed. And that's because we couldn't do a full live stream on YouTube. It has a 12-hour limit for live streams. You could have just run it continuously, but that would have been a conspiracy because it would have been gone, right? It would have just disappeared after like the first 12 hours. They would have started disappearing. So we went to Rumble, where we should be able to live stream the full 24 hours. It requires way more processing, has a way higher
live streaming now. Wow.
Processing demand because it has a way less efficient processor than YouTube. So we put the phone up, we tried to live stream it, we actually had to manually turn the phone as we followed the camera, and it just crashed after like 12 hours. We were going to then do another one, but the next day it was overcast and super cloudy. And that was the first time I had gotten sleep in like 7 days. And so I slept into like 9. We slept from like 4 to 9. And then when we wake up, we're told there's a storm coming. We have to leave early. And then we had like 7 things we had to do that day. Didn't even have time. And it was overcast. That's the only reason I didn't do a second live stream myself. Okay. That's the answer to the live stream. The phone literally crashed.
Okay.
You're putting a phone outside in Antarctica for many consecutive hours, live streaming the sun on Rumble. Okay, that's just objectively what happened. The same people, we didn't even think we could live stream from Antarctica. No one's ever live streamed from Antarctica. We go there, somehow pull off having freaking internet in the middle of nowhere because we had to set up our own Starlink. We are able to live stream with you guys, take your requests, interact with you live, and try to pull off a 24-hour live stream. Now you guys have moved the goalpost to somehow, if you don't have the full 24-hour live stream, it was all faked. It's so stupid. It's so disingenuous. You also claim that you looked at the weather and there was wind.
Oh, this is bad, isn't it? Like, Witsit's on
told
the defensive too much. I mean,
I
what's
told ya.
going on?
I'm sorry. You were right, Constance. This is like two children arguing.
It's pitiful. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. Not to me, not to you. Just to them.
You think
It's
they'd
not
know,
about us.
wouldn't you? I mean, is this like? I mean, do you see this a lot Is this guy's sword fighting?
No, this reminds me of Bob versus Nathan about gravity. Okay? Do I need to say more?
Yeah, I suppose. But at least that was about something,
everybody's
wasn't it?
measuring their dicks. I'm sorry to be graphic, but I'm tired of it. I mean, 5 minutes was enough.
We're gonna go skip to this last 15 minutes here.
We have to do the last 15. 120.
30, 20 there. You go. Last 15 minutes.
To say something like I'm just lying, instead of just saying, yeah, okay, that does sound kind of suspicious. Does that not sound as suspicious to you or not?
Say it again.
Does that sound suspicious to you or not? If I say, okay, I didn't do this, I didn't watch this, but the guy sounded drunk, what would your thoughts be?
No, I didn't say, but the guy sounded drunk. You keep on changing
That is
what
what
I
you
said.
said.
No.
Those
what
were your
I
words. The guy
actually
sounded
said-
drunk.
No, what I actually said was, I haven't even heard it. What other people told me that they did, and what they said was that it didn't even really sound like me, and that the guy sounded like he was drunk.
Okay, I can accept that.
I've said that 5 times now. So you see, like,
No.
either A,
What you've been
you're
doing 5
tactfully trying
times
to
is
twist what I
saying,
said.
what you've been doing 5 times is saying I'm just lying.
This is a perfect example. I've said that same thing I just said 5 times. You keep on waiting a few seconds and then repeating it, saying I contradicted myself because I claimed I didn't hear him, but that he sounded drunk. That's a lie.
I wonder
It's
if
a lie.
anybody
I
can
didn't
get,
say that.
I wonder if anybody can get hold of that Matt guy that was in. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be, because here's the real thing. Once it comes in and we talk at the same time, people move the goalposts. They know Austin's somehow able to manipulate space and time and make it where he talks at the same
What
time.
rubbish.
He actually recorded this interaction or whatever.
my
And if someone goes and finds that I was talking in Discord at the same time, they'll be like, oh, well, that was a recording of it or whatever. Or even if they just can't, if it's definitively disproven,
Wow.
they'll just pretend they never levied that false accusation against me. They'll move on like it never happened, and they'll just move the goalpost to another one. And let's just quickly go through. Let's just try to wrap
that
this
is
up.
really
unless you got
odd.
something else. Let's just go through the list of all the stupid, false claims of flat earthers.
That is really odd. Before you do move on, that is really odd because you and Jaren lately have been seeming to kind of degrade flat earth. You know, you kind of telling flat earthers how dumb they are, how they all keep moving the goalposts, how they're all doing this dishonesty, how nobody wants truth and anything. Why is that? Why is so-called flat earth truthers being this way to actual flat earthers? And no, you're not a flat earther because you said you're a true earther. So don't come and say
because you're not a truther.
Yes, I
anyone
am.
acting
This
like
is why we're
isn't
having
a
this conversation.
Anyone acting like this isn't a truther, they're an
Oh my
anti-truther.
God.
And all I've said, it's actually flat earthers, a bunch of them, not all of them, obviously.
Oh, what? Now, Flatzoids managed to get Witsit and Jaren about them having a go at flat earthers. So is Flatzoid defending flat earthers now?
Bev, it's a how dare you, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go, Greta. How dare you? God.
Flatzoid's putting the flat earth cape on. He's like, I'm taking your cape and I'm wearing it now.
Oh. Kevin, are you having fun yet? Good Lord.
This is exactly what Will Duff... Well, I don't know whether Will Duffy intended it to be this bad.
If not him, then who? The guys behind him.
Yeah, but see, always the problem has been the dogmatic globe requires the flat earth for them to
Yes, dear.
point at. But, I mean, this is a complete destruction. An annihilation. Flat Earth is becoming ridiculous to the point. What are the Globers going to do?
Bev, it goes farther back than that. Okay, think past, way past, way back.
This is going to be harder for the Globe guys because they're going to go, Flat Earth's ridiculous, and everyone's going to go, yeah? Yeah, of course. Why are you bothered about it? It's that ridiculous that why are you still talking about it?
Yeah, if it's so minimal, why do you guys give them attention? Whereas the flat earthers are devastated. There's what do you call it? Confusion in the arena. I'm not confused about anything because I'm only going after facts. And if I can't verify it, it's not a fact. So I'm not confused. No,
Yeah,
it doesn't affect me.
I'm hoping there are a lot of people that are like that are still after a conversation but not wanting to enter this ridiculous conversation. It is. It's just.
And Bev,
this shows how bad it is.
I'll admit to only one thing. I don't know what happened over there. I don't know what that thing is or how they worked it out or what. I don't have to. I'm reading body language, words, and attitudes. And on human behavior alone, I'm going, red flag. I'm like, just on that. It's all I need.
Well, I'm okay. I said before,
Yes,
I've got my own.
me.
My proofs lie elsewhere.
Exactly.
And they're not affected by what the lights in the sky do.
Still the level. Yes. Everything's fine. Everything's perfectly fine.
Yeah, as far as I see, like this is a real globe observation that they've done. They've gone there. They've seen something.
I don't know that. If they were in a setup, I've never seen the sun change shape like that. And if you go look for the vids, if you need a link, I'll send you one where they eliminated the background and focused on the sun. It's not real.
Would it matter, Constance? Would it matter? Constance, would it matter? Let's assume you're wrong, and let's assume it was real for a second. They did see a light in the sky for 24 hours.
Right.
Does it really matter?
No.
Okay, not
because
to you.
That's still the sky, not the earth.
Not to you, but that's what we're saying is this has destroyed the flat Earth.
I know they think it should. It only affects the people who continue to look to the sky to look at the earth. And I'm like, I'm sorry. They're not the same.
The earth isn't
work
flat.
Together, but they're not the same.
You can't look at look, Constance, if you can't look at the lights in the sky and you can't look at the earth to say it's flat, then flat earth is dead.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that.
Exactly. They're separate.
Yeah, people's breath ain't gonna help you.
No.
Yeah.
But
don't see people's breath, therefore earth is flat. This is where we're at now. Think about that. Seriously, think about that. Can't see breath, therefore earth is flat.
Therefore ignore the light in the sky that falsifies your model.
You're spot on. You're spot on. It's a distraction. That's a distraction.
But when are they going to get to talk about it? It's like I was saying at the beginning. The false dichotomy can't be talked about from within it. And this is the same sort of thing. It's too real for them. It's too real.
This goes way back. Way back. There's always been flat earth versus globe. Okay?
Yeah, it's a false dichotomy.
Always.
It's been set in stone.
Yes. Why? Because truth versus lies. It doesn't matter what form it takes. It's just anything but. That's why we have the woke movement. That's why we have the anything but human and anything but male and female. Everything opposite. Anything but. Just, that's all I need. Everything sorts itself out. All I got to do is wait. And here it is. As far as to character and truthfulness and honesty, If they're honestly duped, we'll forgive them. It's okay. But if it's deliberate, they're just setting their own traps, and they're just it's their own noose. I'm sorry for them.
I'm with Emma. They're not smart enough to
No,
make this
whatever it
into
is,
a lie or whatever.
whatever it is. Yeah, I don't know what happened between landing the plane and getting there. I know there's something that happened. I know. I don't know what it is, but I know what it isn't. And that's the way it's always. I know it's not a globe. Just globe.
Well, I mean, it depends what you think of globe, doesn't it?
I know, hon. It's
globe is just reality. Then why can't it be
crazy.
globe?
It's crazy. Why now? Because alien invasion.
I don't think so.
Has to make sense.
That's possibly going a little bit too far.
Yeah, well. They are not known for heeding boundaries.
They can. This is the perfect false dichotomy play.
Yes.
The globe has to do nothing because everybody already knows 'tis globe, right? And now they're going to see how ridiculous flat Earth is. So for you to choose not globe, you'd have to go to flat Earth. And then you'd see that, you'd go like, I'm not that ridiculous, right? I just believe the sun circles in the sky.
It's because people think they have to believe in something. Okay, so when Jaron talks about his mother, who is Catholic, having to give up Catholicism and then going back to it because she has nothing else, because Jaron has offered nothing else to her. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I don't settle for bullshit. I only want the truth. You know?
I've never heard that thing about Jaron. So his mother went back to the religion.
She did because she needed something. She needed something.
She already
to
had it, didn't
with.
she?
Well,
if
when
she
you're
was
not
already
connected
into
to
the religion
in the first place, then you're going to settle for the traditional and the familiar, and that's where people, cheat themselves. And I don't settle for that because I desire, I breathe only if I have truth. I can't live otherwise. I just don't.
Well, what if globe was the truth?
If it is, they have yet to prove it to me.
Reality?
I don't see it.
You can't prove reality.
I don't see it. And if they have to fake a moon landing,
prove reality, though, can't you?
If they have to fake a moon landing, even a trip out of the firmament, to tell me we have authority, we'll tell you what we saw, and you have to believe us. And then we're going to make a reenactment on the stage to convince you, to show you what we did, but we're going to fail on that anyway. But you have to trust us. I'm sorry. That's gaslighting. I learned the hard way not to go with that. These are life lessons. I don't care how much evidence you think you have. If you bring me false dichotomies and false premises and illogical equations, I can't go with it. I can't underwrite it. I can't put my faith in it. It's not verifiable.
You don't need to put your faith in anything that is verifiable because it's real, right? It's a proof. You don't need faith.
Only what I can observe and verify for myself. It's that poignant and personal and essential to
Well, are you
humanity.
saying that there's nothing in reality that you can prove and verify
No,
for
because
yourself?
natural nature proves its source, nature proves its function, and nature proves its veracity by consistency, testable, reproducible, and verifiable. I don't know what the sun is, but I know I can see what it does. But by looking at how light works, by looking how water works, by looking how the two interplay, I realize I can't prove where the sun is at the time. I only can prove where I see it is. I can see the variations that happen in a process and in a pattern, a repeatable pattern. That I can understand. I can't tell you where it is right now because it's a light and there's water involved. And where light and water are involved, we've got a different effect. That is reproducible and verifiable. I know that if I'm in the pool of water and I look up through the water, the sunlight or the spot of light, any light, is not where I think it is. That's verifiable. So whatever they say to me is questionable because they're not allowing for that. They're not allowing for analemma. They're not allowing for the effects of the atmos on and my visual bubble, so to speak, my sphere or hemisphere of vision. They're not allowing for that. The closest I can come to is they do what they do and they are what they are, and I don't know. And it's okay. It's okay that I don't know. I don't have to know. I just know it isn't what they say it is.
The lights in the sky.
I have to be content with that.
Do you not think that's the magic trick, though? Getting you to look at the lights in the sky. To give greater meaning to the lights in the sky.
If I allow myself to be mesmerized, if I allow myself to be hypnotized, if I allow myself to be focused on that and say that it has an influence on what the earth does, then I am the fool because I'm not allowing for reality. Reality is what it is. But psyops are what they are. It's up to me to resist them. It's up to me to discern and up to me to ask for the wisdom to discern. And in this point of my life, what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing, what I'm perceiving is that whatever it is not what they're saying it is. I'm not disappointed. I expected it.
But
I'm not deceived. I'm
who's
calling them
saying
out
what
on
it
it.
is?
Yes.
Flatsoid or Witsit?
Either one. Because Flatsoid is convinced of flat Earth. Witsit is convinced of flat Earth. But one is duped on one thing and both are duped on another. How does that affect me? You and I, when we had the first conversation about the false dichotomy, it blew my mind. How did I not perceive that there could be a third option or actually the first reality? that's a false dichotomy. The only reason flat Earth exists, or the movement, as they want to call it, is because of globe Earth. Whereas before it was just Earth and sky and ocean and trees.
Well, that's
And
all it is for anybody before they enter this arena.
exactly. And character above all. Character, human character above all. Is there anything else to worry about? Is there anything else to concern myself with?
Well,
I don't think so.
I think, like, because we're obviously a bit older than most people, right? Or whatever. It doesn't really
I know
matter.
I am.
But we came into this knowing that, you know, the people in this arena gave us the false dichotomy. Or at least I
Yes.
did.
Well, it was given to the world. It was given to the world. Because I don't know when they opened that first Flat Earthers convention or club. There was no need for that.
For me, it was literally when somebody told me I was a flat earther.
Right.
I'd never even considered it. I was just living in
No.
reality. So
you were just looking for facts.
People in this arena gave me the false dichotomy. Now, what we've found out in the last few years, they're teaching critical thinking in schools now. But they're using the false dichotomy. They're actually giving people it at an earlier age. Now, where does that put this thing that you're watching here now? They've literally, they're going to be able to place this in the critical thinking thing in schools. This is much deeper, much more ingrained in society, what's coming, than I think most people can see. Yeah, because this is Tis Globe, right? There's no more need for anyone to do anything. They'll put Tis Globe in the minds of people, which is handing kids a false dichotomy to start their basis on.
They'll give everybody what they want to hear because of the itchy ears. They'll give everybody what they want to hear, and they'll still get them hooked, not in globe or flat earth, but in truth or lies. In globalism or following, let me say this, the Christ. The Antichrist or the Christ. The choice. Truth or lies. Love or apathy.
Well,
life or death.
Confusion.
There's the question. Who will you follow? Who is your God? Who is your master?
They're going to be given the diletheism.
That's the bottom line.
Truths.
We can have fun talking with Kevin because we get it. We get it. The whole point is who controls the information. And it's up to us to accept it or resist it. I highly recommend resisting before accepting.
I don't know whether you get a chance if they're going to be putting it into the school system. Well, you do. You might do.
You do. A child might not, but an adult definitely does. And at this day and age, information is not a choice. It's being shoved down our throats and into our minds. But we do have the choice whether to believe it or not. And live your lives accordingly.
I think
and I'll be an anarchist to the end. I can only bow to one master. And there's only one. There's only one. And that's the truth.
Well,
the ultimate truth. That's what I'm after. Nothing else will do for me. I will not accept. I will not settle. I will not receive anything but. And there's only one who resonates with me, who tells me what life really is, and who tells me what life is really all about and what's important. And I will respect everyone. I will give equal opportunity to everyone. If they want to fuck themselves and they want to hang themselves and they want to dead themselves, it's not on me. I answer for myself. I love you all. I love even those who are deceived. But that doesn't mean I'm going to believe everything they say. I understand that even I can be deceived. I hope I'm not. I dearly hope I'm not. It's the last thing I would ever wish on anybody. It's not fun. It's not good. It's not living. So I wish for everyone, a desire for everyone, a knowledge of truth, and a comprehension of what it means, and the opportunity and courage to apply it to everyday situations and decisions. It's the only way I know to go. It's the only way I know how to live. And if this isn't it, then I'm the fool, and it's okay. I'd rather be a fool than to be a deceiver and to be a participant of a fraud. I just couldn't live with that. And to that end, I thank you again for the first conversation we ever had about flat Earth. It was a game changer.
Well, it's not. This thing hasn't finished yet because these games are
by all means,
getting
no.
deeper.
It is deep. It goes to the roots. It goes to the very foundation of what to build upon. And I'm sorry, I can't build my life around globe. I can't build my life around flat Earth as it is.
Just build your life around reality.
Absolutely. It's the only thing.
And that's been given to people as globe.
It's there.
They've been shown a model, right? Something to associate visually. But they know that's not real. Right?
They
so
do
all
know.
of the things in reality do go on the model. And your reasoning process, all of that comes from reality, right? For you to understand the reality that you live in, and you link that to globe.
It's the same metaphor as all the versions of the scriptures, all the translations. It becomes confusion. It becomes misleading. You have to search for truth. You have to have a source of truth. What do you go by? What is your measure? How do you know? If you can't have that figured out, you're gonna spin your wheels. You're gonna get nowhere. You're gonna go all sorts of places, but you won't get to where you gotta go. I highly recommend humbling yourself. I know nothing until I know something. What's the one thing I know? I didn't create myself. I didn't make this place. I didn't arrange for all my situations. I didn't choose my time. Someone is in charge. Who is that? Once I found that, that's where my journey became meaningful, amazing, marvelous, and irrefutable. And it created a hope and a trust because I had a relationship with something that was greater than me, greater than this world, and greater than, and stronger than, and mightier than the government of this world. So, in a courtroom, I have an advocate. In whatever case is brought against me, whatever lies I have ever told myself or the world, I have an advocate. I'm human. I can fail, but I have hope. I have confidence. I have the foundation of a rock that cannot be moved. And I have a building that has dimensions. And I'm told that I can learn what are the dimensions of love, which is life and which is truth. And on that, I build my existence and my being. Nothing else works for me. Whatever they bring, and I'm sorry, I'm so emotional. This is so basic. Whatever they bring to the media, whatever they bring to YouTube, whatever they bring to whatever they try to portray to me, I will see now with new eyes. Are they lying, or are they bringing the truth to me? They're not bringing the truth to me, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't count. I can't build on it. It's not material, and it's irrelevant. So the nations rise and contend, and the dichotomies rise and contend. It doesn't touch me. Globe, flat earth, doesn't touch me. What touches me is your character strong? Is it truth loving? Are you a God-fearing person? Are you someone who can withhold their judgment until they've heard enough? Are you someone who can be kind, even to someone undeserving? Are you someone who will be gracious, even to such as I? I am ignorant of a lot, but I know one thing, and one thing only. God is real. Life is real. Truth is real. And I can't contend with that. I can't get around it. I can't deny it. It's real. This is reality. This earth is temporary, but there's something greater than this. I can't deny it. I know who my father is. I know who my origin is. Nothing else satisfies me.
Do you think this has brought that out?
Yes. It has been an illustration of, even if we call it a futility, an exercise in futility, it has been useful for something. What can be shaken will shake and will fall. What remains is truth, and only truth. And that's all I'm looking for. Whatever they do.
Where do you find that now? Because maybe the people that you may have looked to were these people that you're now watching, arguing, bickering about people's breath. Like maybe Jaren saying like, "Oh, I was wrong. I didn't mean to say that." Like that. I think that's what a lot of people are searching for now, trying to find. Well, where do they? Because they might have put faith in these people. I mean, do you put more faith in Flatzoid now? Because Jaren and Witsit might have let you down. I don't
can
know
only
how
speak.
it goes for these people. I don't know what
I
they've
can
got.
only speak for myself. I'm not putting my faith in people. I'm putting my faith in facts. The fact is, and I'm not saying we measure the earth flat. I'm saying I haven't found curvature. I don't see a globe.
Curvature of what, though? Can I ask that? Because I have been asking a
I
lot of
see a
people that.
sky. I see a sky that behaves in the way it's been designed to function, like a clock. I see an earth that behaves as it was designed to behave post creation and post flood. I see people behaving as they should because humanity has free will. And if they do not surrender um, their their thought life to one power, they surrender it to another. That is the choice they have. I underwrite this. I absolutely verify this. I can sign my name to this. This is real. There is no dogma for me. Nobody represents me. Nobody gets to say or form my thought or my feeling or my reaction or my perception. My eyes are my eyes. My soul is my soul. I answer to my creator and to no one else. My responsibility, my obligation is to others because I want them to know the truth. And that is only what I do because I am a loving person. Because I live to love and to seek truth and to live it and walk it out. And that is my family. That's my tribe. That's forever. I will always be like this. Why? Because I was created like this. I can't speak for anyone else but me. I can hope and pray that more people, I don't know how many, but that more people are disposed this way, that they have a hunger and thirst for this. I'm finding them, amazingly. They're not in this circle. They're right here in my real life, in my everyday life, off of the internet. I'm finding them. They're not flat earthers. They're just truth seekers. It's okay.
You did say, though, that you've not found curvature.
Yeah.
But what is that? Like, where
don't
would
know.
you be looking for it?
I don't know. I don't see behind a hill. I cannot see behind a mountain. Those are elevations. They block my view. It doesn't mean it's a globe.
No.
It doesn't mean there's curvature blocking my view. It's just, it's a hill or a mountain. I verified this for myself. There's no camera on Earth that can see past that, behind it. There's blockage.
Yeah, but
It doesn't.
You don't call that curvature, do you? Like, is that
No,
something that's been
exactly my point.
learned?
It's not curvature.
Yeah.
It's elevation.
Right. So when you say
as we have
you've never
examined
found
and
curvature,
as we have discussed and as we have I mean, we've torn it apart, Bev. We've torn it apart.
I've heard a lot of people say that, though, and I still don't
because they
understand
don't
what
understand.
they mean when they say it.
Because they're still indoctrinated and they haven't come out of the false dichotomy. The false dichotomy has been there ever since. Must I say, have God really said? Hath the origin really produced this? Anywho, I don't want to monopolize the conversation. I know I've owed you this for ages. I guess this was the opportunity to flesh it out. But the fact that they choose those titles of final experiment and shut up, we win, and all this other, it just proves to us that there's a battle between only two, truth or lies, good or evil. You can't have a middle ground. You can't sit on the fence. You have to choose, and you have to live accordingly. To do otherwise is just false. And I choose the truth. Me and my household, for whatever that means. Even my daughter, who, bless her heart, she's made choices in her life that I can't agree with, but I love her. And love means I hope and I pray that she will come to her senses, to the truth, as I did. And the fact that I did gives me hope that many more will.
Well, I hope you find whatever it is, because I don't like these are got to be some tough times.
They are. But we need the tough times to define ourselves and to define the boundaries and to understand what our dimensions are and what is around us. We need to know the truth. Nothing else will do. Our souls are built that way. I understand that my child is happy with what she believes to be true about herself. And I look at her and I weep, but in her presence, I just love on her. Because that is my duty as a parent. Not duty, but my natural drive, my purpose in life is to love her unconditionally so that she can have a space to just be herself. And when she finds the truth, she'll tell me. I'm confident of that. She's been letting me know all her journey. And I'm watching her and marveling at how God is so wisely leading her and bringing her to himself without her realizing it, as he did with me. I recognize this. I'm at peace with it. I don't have to rush her. I don't have to rush the globies. I don't have to worry about flatzoid. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, I mean that's just show, isn't it?
It is.
That's the show. That's the entertainment. The life that you have and whatever. That's yours. The proofs.
It
all
is
of those
mine.
sort of things. They're of the individual.
Yes. If my king and my creator can sit on their throne and laugh about the contention that happens on earth, I can too. To me, it's hilarious. It's poignant also, but it's also hilarious. The logic or the lack thereof. I understand it. Why? Because I was there. I'm aware of what my blindness was. I'm aware of what my limitations were and what they are now. I cannot claim to know all the truth. I refuse to because I don't. I won't condemn them, but I will judge them. I judge that they don't know everything, just as I don't. I judge that there's something nefarious going on because Their body language and their speechifying tells me so. And the evidence is the human ego is so great that none of them refuse to say, I don't know yet. And in all honesty and in all humility, I say, I don't know enough yet. I can't claim to know. But one thing, I didn't create this place. But I know who did. I know who did. That I know. I know who my father is, my origin. And that's all I need to know to make everything work, to make everything make sense, to make everything worth suffering, enduring, going through and learning. Because when I come out of every situation, I have purpose, I have greater understanding, or overstanding, as some people want to say, greater comprehension, more wisdom, more strength. And I know that I am loved. I know that I can love. And I'm given the grace to forgive. And I'm given the mercy to overcome. And is there more to life? Do I need anything more? No. But I get so much more. I get to witness this and speak up and say, there's hope. This isn't all there is. There's more to come. And it's worth living, and it's worth fighting for, and it's worth standing my ground, and it's worth, even in my limitations, even for what little I know now, to say, I know my Redeemer lives. I know who my Father is. And everything's going to be fine. At least for me. Hopefully for more.
I truly hope so.
Yes. I've seen too much to say it doesn't matter. Truth matters. All truth matters. From minutia to grandiose. I can only bow to one.
Can we finish watching this video?
Yes, dear.
We've only got 13 minutes of flat side. Apparently, he's going to start spinning in his chair.
Let's do it.
In fact, the real ones all also agree with me that you guys are making us look terrible. You're making us look schizophrenic. You're giving them all the ammunition they need. If everyone had stayed calm and said that what's in the sky doesn't prove the ground, we falsified the globe, it doesn't matter what the sun does. We laughed and said, haha, whatever, this is going to flip around on you. It's giving us tons of publicity, and everyone had to remain cool. Then it would have been a huge win for Flat Earth. But the only win that the globe has now had is that half the community has filled the stereotype that we just say no to evidence, that we don't know how to do research, that we have no discernment, that we deceptively edit videos to push narratives. Then when we're called out, we keep doubling down on the lie, that we turn our head away from it. Now what that's done is undermined all of the claims that we've caught NASA faking stuff. It's like, oh yeah, let me guess, you caught NASA faking stuff the same way that you caught Austin faking stuff. It completely discredits Flat Earth in many ways. The community that is acting like this, the half the community that's acting like this, is doing such a disservice for Flat Earth that it's absolutely disgusting, especially a community in a truth that I've sacrificed all kinds of things in my personal life for, and then I come back after doing it for you guys, and you guys try to burn me at the stake. And here is an example. We'll just go through the list of things. You've done it multiple times, even in this stream, where once your narrative was called out, you just keep on repeating it and tactically changing what I said to try to make it look like I contradicted myself, even though not one time in this entire stream have I contradicted myself. But let's go through the list of things that has been spread on the internet And this perfectly elucidates the point, because what a Glober will do is they'll make a claim, you'll debunk it, and then they'll just skate past it like it never happened. And then you'll come in Discord the next day, and that same Glober will be making the same point that got debunked as if it never happened. Okay, that's what Globers do. That's not what truthers do. That's not what flat earthers do. But all of a sudden, because they're suffering from cognitus, they didn't think there would be a 24-hour sun, right? Because if it doesn't matter and it's inconsequential to flat Earth, then why the hell are you people acting like this? You're talking about double speaking. It doesn't matter at all. But
See, I'm not too keen on that. Whitsit's meant to be one of them, and now he's talking about you people. I take it he's talking about the people that are criticising him or whatever, but I mean...
I think so, but it's just a bad way of phrasing it. But when you get into these arguments backwards and forwards, in the heat of the moment, you say stuff like that. They're both saying silly things, to be fair.
Yeah,
Not sticking up for Witsit here.
Yeah, because they're in that combative situation.
Yeah.
And both of them have been used to being in that combative situation with Globers.
Yeah. And now they've turned on each other.
As though they are Globers, right? That's what they're both envisioning each other as. It's a bad situation, and Witsit's right, it looks bad, but I mean, he's involved in this thing that looks bad. He can't say that he's not part of it. So I guess that's a little bit hypocritical of him to say that you guys, when he's part of it.
I must just do mental gymnastics to try to claim that it wasn't real.
No.
They claimed that there was a green screen and that we were faking Antarctica with a green screen. That's because I'm going to go through the list.
I don't have another hour to go, so I'm just going to quickly say this.
I don't have another hour either. I have maybe 10 minutes.
You just made my point. You just made my point by what you just spewed. Again, saying flat earthers this, flat earthers that. And by the way, it's not a contradiction when we say we don't care what the sun does or not. We are calling out the deception we see. That is what a flat earther does. When you see deception, you call out the deception.
You have seen no deception.
And because you can't accept, you have been shown to be deceptive, you want to now project it onto the people that call you out.
All your
so
claims.
I am going to shout out every flat earther that has been calling this TFE farce, satanic thing out. Heads up, guys. Keep a good job up, because these guys are literally here to make flat earth look stupid and dishonest.
That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you're doing. That's what you do. That's what you've always done. That's what if anyone's a freaking agent, it's freaking Oakley. That's what you guys have always done. You make us look stupid. You make stupid arguments, and when they're debunked, you don't have the humility to admit that they're wrong. Just
What's
like
the ether?
Proof that there is. Just like saying the proof that there is no downward bias is that things go in all directions. That is literally the stupidest, lowest IQ argument I've ever heard in my life.
I feel like this is
never
deeper
stop saying
than
it
just
because you said it for
What's
years.
the ether?
Because obviously
Final
there can be
experiment.
downward bias, but there can be another force that's stronger than that.
Yeah, it seems like it's a fight for flat Earth, doesn't it?
Quite possibly. The
haven't
two
they?
alpha males,
Yeah.
battling it out to become number one.
To be the prized flat Earth fighter.
Yeah.
I hope you flat earthers have chose your warriors wisely, because there's going to be quite a few. There's all of the alpha male flat earth fighters are going to be vying for their spots.
That downward bias that overcomes it. It's the stupidest argument I've ever heard in my life, and you guys all keep saying it. But I'm going to now go through the list of the things
What's
that
the
prove the
ether?
point that flat earthers have been wrong about every one
What's
of their
the ether?
accusations. You just claimed that I've been proven to be deceptive, and
Yeah.
every single one of your claims
So
have
what's
been
the ether?
debunked live for the audience, and you've had to censor me, you've had to interrupt me, and you've had to lie.
Could they be pushing Witsit out so that Witsit can become this new, like the flat earthers didn't want me type character? Could Witsit still have a future and use this shunning of the flat earthers into like he did that thing with Robert Jennis, didn't he? Where he was like a geocentrist. Do you reckon Witsit could become that? The new underling on the back of it?
I don't know, quite possibly. Who on earth can predict what's going to happen from here on out?
He could definitely do it from this, on the back of this. I mean, who else is there? We were talking about this. There's no Jaren. Flatsoid's getting more viewing figures than Nathan Oakley. Flatsoid's the top flat earther at the minute, isn't he? If Whitsitt leaves, Flatsoid's your alpha flat earther. And he's going against the satanic thing, pastor that paid for the trip for these guys to go on a trip. And set it up nicely, I think.
About what I actually said, even though it's recorded and everyone just heard me say it. They claimed that there was a green screen because he accidentally left his green screen filter on and that you could actually see the green screen glitch out on his jacket. Of course, if they weren't retarded, they would know that if we were using a green screen to fake the Antarctic background, when the green screen showed up on the guy's jacket, it would have showed Antarctica, not the TFE background that he always uses. He just left the green filter on. What did they then do? They tried to then do a stream to debunk the claim that there was a green screen. So McToon and him both streamed each other from different angles. They picked the drone up and they shot the drone back super far to show there wasn't a green screen there. Then McToon walked over there to tape it from the other angle to prove that that drone was in fact flying away. When the drone got closer to him, it started beeping. Flat earthers deceptively started sharing videos and saying that it proves that there is a wall over there or that there is a green screen because that's a proximity sensor in the drone and it started beeping. But in reality, it just got close to McToon and started beeping.
I've got something on that if you want to answer, because we literally saw last night where it showed a shadow, two shadows for the drone, one on the snow and one on the other side, which looked like to be a wall.
Okay, so you see what happened right there? This is my perfect point. Just like with Glovers, when their point gets debunked, they should immediately shift it over.
Sorry, you haven't debunked it. I said this is what we saw last night. So what's your answer to seeing another shadow which seems to be looking on a wall that you claim?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't seen it, and I know for a fact that it will be easily debunked.
So who's the one? Oh, so you know it will be debunked. Great, guys. So Whitsitt, he's doing what Globers do. I know. I don't know what it is, but it's just going to be.
That's why he seems really angry now as well.
Are you retarded? Okay, hey buddy.
All these
if I was
gestures.
actually there, let's say hypothetically, I actually
Very animated,
I was
isn't
actually
he?
there. It was actually just Antarctica. I actually watched them fly the drone backwards.
His
Could I
chat's
have
like
a position
very
in that scenario to be able to say that I know the claims that it was faked would be debunked? Of course I would.
There's
right?
all the
'Cause I
people
freaking
that
was
think
there. Now,
this is
again,
fake.
what happened was the flat earthers claimed that proved there was a wall there because the proximity sensor went off.
Adds to
And
the
actually, what happened was it just got closer to McToon.
No, you're the
and had a
Glober.
sensor in
No,
both
you're the
back and
Glober.
front.
No,
And
you're
when
the
I pointed
Glober.
out, you immediately
You're acting
deflected
like a
over to, I have
Glober.
something else about that. So my point here is these are all the
Anti-flat
claims that have been circulating that have caused everyone to claim that it was fake, and they're all wrong. Okay, the other one, McToon's shadow.
That's why he doesn't even look like he's
got way
taking it
longer.
seriously.
This was shared by all kinds of
Sat
fighters.
there like
Proves
that.
there was like
Yeah,
local
he's
studio
done his
lighting. But
debunking
then
of all of this
Dave
stuff.
actually had his wife walk in a parking lot
He's
and
not
taped it and
listening
showed
to
that's
it.
just what happened. It's based on the angle of the camera, the object that's casting the shadow, and the relative angle of the sunlight. And that his wife walked across
Again,
the
it
parking
doesn't
lot and
really
her
matter,
shadow was
but-
super long. And then when she got in front of him, it got super short.
You know
that
why?
was shared everywhere.
You know why? Because the sun is local. What's it?
That is
See, Whitsitt's now going over all of the other things that the other people have had problems with. That's all Whitsitt's got on his mind, which goes to show that he's got nothing from this trip. He doesn't know what to talk about, other about all of the negative things. There's nothing positive come from this trip.
That is irrelevant.
It's
The point
not
is that they claim
because we live on a flat Earth. Whitsitt, I thought you're a flat Earther. So the sun is local. Whitsitt. Observation shows it's true because the sun is local. Whitsitt. Do you get it? Because it shows it's local. Whitsitt.
How
means
does
it's not
that,
93
what do you mean,
million
do I
miles
get it?
away.
The claim was that it was a studio light, and that's why that happened. Okay, that there was studio lighting. That isn't true. Dave walked outside using the sunlight with his wife, showing that the shadow does that. I will happily admit that, in my opinion, the way that the shadows work actually show that it's a local ISO, it's a local sun. That isn't the point. The point is
Like
that
Jones
they
in the
claimed it
chat
proved we
there.
were in a studio
Whitsett
because of
and
the Chad
Jared
doing
have
that,
taken
and that was
early
immediately
retired
debunked.
damage
Another one is
control
they
now.
didn't see footprints in the
No,
snow.
wait.
That was debunked.
How was it debunked? By showing a local sun somewhere else, correct?
The claim wasn't that the sun was local. The claim was that it was studio lighting.
Studio lighting, is the light local in the studio?
Yes.
Is the sun local in reality?
Yeah.
So exactly,
than they say,
it
yeah.
didn't debunk anything. What it did debunk was the globe with it. It didn't debunk that it was in the studio. It debunked the globe. But you, not as a flat
No,
earther,
you're
you,
so
not as a flat earther, doesn't see this.
Uh-oh.
Instead, you say they debunked something which didn't debunk it. That is not called truth, Whitsett. That is called you being deceptive.
Okay, so once again, the actual
Oh,
claim
there you
was
go.
that it
Spinning
proves
chairs.
it was
Oh,
in a
there's the
studio.
spinning with the mouth
Try
open,
to see if you can
catching
read it.
Yeah,
flies.
you're a glober.
Oh, what
we
is that?
get it. You're a
Taste?
glober. We get
The
it.
claim
Oh,
was
it's a glober.
that
Wow.
it proved definitively.
Right.
What'd I say?
Even-
You're a
the
Glober.
spin of the
No, you're a
studio.
Glober.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're
Yeah.
a
even
Glober.
we, even we don't get called that.
Dude,
I did.
It doesn't
claim was
debunk
Oh,
it.
did
Huey
you?
and Adam.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude,
They call me
stop.
Huey.
You
Oh,
haven't debunked that it
okay.
wasn't in a
Stop
studio, Whitsett.
interrupting. Stop interrupting.
Okay, but I'm
Stop
done with this. I
interrupting.
have to go, unfortunately, because I
You're a
told my
Yeah, that's
wife
what
baller,
I
half an
thought.
hour.
ain't
Yeah,
you,
leave.
Bev?
You got destroyed in every single way.
Dude,
That's
we
a-
can do this again, but it's not going to help because all you do
No, what?
is lie and
No, why
contradict
would I
yourself.
give you any more attention or clout? Hell no.
Yeah, because you're a glober.
Hell no.
That's what you've been doing.
I'm a glober.
Yeah, you just literally
You
showed
glober
everyone, said,
Whitsett.
look, we debunked a studio because you went
That's
out
it.
to
It's
the
over
sun
now.
and it
Flat's
did
That
the
isn't what I
same.
said.
Glober
Yeah,
with it.
that is
Isn't
what
what I
you said.
said.
You said they
No,
did another
that's why you keep-
observation with his
No,
wife
that's
and the
not what I
shadows
said.
because the
I'm around
sun.
my children are back home. I'm not going to scream to talk, dude. Get a life.
Okay, well,
Okay?
I also got to go with it. So appreciate you calling me out. Appreciate you showing your deception and not actually doing anything other than showing you're a shill. So appreciate it.
Yeah, there you go. And thank you for letting everyone know you're legitimately just useless in this community. So
I'm not in
I'll
your
just repeat
community.
what
I'm
you're
a,
trying-
I'm
you're
not
gonna
a,
keep trying to
I'm not a
censor me,
glober. Bye
and then-
bye. Okay, guys, that was interesting. Unfortunately, I wasn't supposed to be on this long. It went on long, but let me see if I can quickly read out all the super chats. I appreciate all of you.
Oh, you can
This is
turn
like-
it off now, Bev.
I just can't take his double speak and deception anymore.
I think we got the
Insane.
gist of that,
Okay.
didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, Whitsett, Flatsoid's called Whitsett a glober. That's brilliant. Sean's in the chat.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Sean. Good to see that you're still around. Going. I hope you got your wheels sorted. And it's all right. We know that you still have to play your games about, flat versus globe. I think Flatsoid is going to win the Flat Earther of the Year award. I think you're right. I'm guessing that that's all they've got, really. I mean, Will Duffy set himself up. I mean, it's no good him going up against Nathan Oakley or QE. Flatsoid's he's got the religion and the flat, hasn't he? Flatsoid's got everything that Will Duffy needs to be his nemesis. So it's probably a good job that Whitsett has been called out by Flatsoid. I don't want to keep him on screen any longer. Thanks a lot, Flatsoid.
That was quite funny to watch, to be fair.
You're not playing any games? Not even Once Human? What about, Come on, you should come on Once Human with us.
Is Sean one of those people that thinks the Earth is flat?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, we're not,
He's not
Sean.
playing.
just for your information, the Earth's not flat. So
we've been telling them for years, haven't we? I mean, I suppose they could feel like they're converting flat earthers if they just keep calling people that aren't flat earthers.
Yeah. Hey, I want to discredit you, so I'm going to call you a flat earther. Yeah. So everyone's going to just, dismiss you. Okay, Sean, in that case, you're now a flat earther. Okay? Nobody listen to Sean. He's a flat earther. Every time he says he's not, don't believe him. He's a flat earther. It's a ridiculous way to live, Sean. Guess a life. And come and join us on Once Human and get yourself shot. Hopefully by me.
Yeah, we're going PvP, Sean, for a week or two. Oh Sean's
my God,
even oblating. He's doing it.
I know.
Well
Is Sean,
done, Sean.
either Frank A or who's the other one? Effie is silly is the other username. They were talking about the same thing earlier. I had to correct them, Sean. I outglobed the Globers. They were calling it just spherical, and I corrected them. Definitely an oblate spheroid. Oh, no, it is spherical, but they were calling it a sphere.
Yeah.
They didn't have the correct
terminology. They
get
the words right.
Yeah, even I got my words mixed up, man. See how easy it is? It's almost 5 minutes till our...
It's nearly next year.
It is.
You don't have to believe, Sean.
So no, he just said it was an oblate spheroid.
Yeah,
Sean,
now you've got to believe it's a sphere as well.
I think
otherwise you're a flat earther.
Spheroid. Yeah.
It's definitely not a sphere, Sean. Come on. How long have you been doing this?
Check Google, Sean. It does tell you what it is.
It's not a sphere. Tut, tut, tut.
Anyway, I don't want to be chatting to Sean.
Sure. New Year.
Not right now. No.
You say good riddance.
Isn't
that what you meant to do?
Yeah, my New Year's resolution is to just ignore Sean Hawkins. I can do that one quite easily, I think.
Yeah, we've said that this next coming year, Sean, we're going to out-globe you globers. Me and Emma. We're going to be the leading globes men and women. You're not going to be able to sell a globe like we can. Because we've got the real globe. Point out all the weaknesses of the dogmatic globe. But they can't see the dogma. That's one of the problems, right? I'm hoping that other people will be able to see the difference between the dogmatic globe and the real globe. But people might have got used to accepting the contradiction. Who knows? Well, we've got 2 minutes. Now, I don't know what we're going to do, because I don't really want to be going into 2025 on a stream here with you people. I want to start it fresh. So, should we...
you just did the you people thing.
What's that?
You did the you people.
Did I?
You did, yeah. It's because we were talking about it. So you called everyone in the chat you people.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't want to be I don't want to be bringing in the new year, because I want to start the new year in a new
fresh
thinking,
yeah.
And so should we say goodbye? Thank you very much, people. It's been an amazing year. From Nathan Oakley starting with the measured flat to us ending with the complete annihilation of Will Duffy and the flat earth. song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Play a song to go out, but I'll just say Happy New Year to everyone out there.
Okay. All I've got is one of these false dichotomy. Thank you very much, people. It has been good, but we will come back next year in a few minutes with I don't know, philosophy, music, podcasts, talking, and we'll go over all of this sort of stuff. Thank you very much.
Two paths before me, both closed like a cage. Mind split open, trapped in separate rage. No clear answer, just smoke and glaze. What's real, what's fake inside this dance? Swallowed contradictions dressed as truth. Lost in the paradox of twisted roots. Sun circles round but stands still. Reality bends, breaking my will.
Are we off now, Bev?
False dichotomy keeps pulling me in. Two bad choices, where to begin? Faith rises in shadows cast. Caught in the tide, will it last? Waves of doubt crashing on belief. Answers hidden, buried so deep. Light sneaks through cracks in the dark. Ignite the flame with a single spark. Proof in reality whispers soft. Clinging tight before it's lost. Eyes wide open, heart beats fast. Will this struggle ever pass? False dichotomy keeps pulling me in. Two bad choices, where to begin? Faith rises in shadows cast. Caught in the tide, will it last? False dichotomy keeps pulling me in. Two bad choices, where to begin? Faith rises in shadows cast. Caught